and jaw-dropping plays.
Over to Iastarter for three. Got it! Now to Bo, and she has her shot blocked off of her and out of bounds by Stout. Rebound, Iastarter, and her putback goes in. Nice backdoor pass on the bounce to Stout. Beautiful offense by the Lady Flames.
Liberty Lady Flames basketball is on the air. Welcome to live pregame coverage of Liberty Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services. Liberty Lady Flames basketball is brought to you in part by Abish Financial Services, the official financial advisor of Liberty Flames Athletics. Bojangles' famous chicken and biscuits. It's Bo time. Carillion Clinic, inspiring better health. Carter Bank, life lived full. By Coca-Cola, taste the feeling. Crossroads Family Dentistry. Destination Bedford. Centra Health. By 11 West. Foster Fuels, providing reliable service for 100 years. Frank Good Builders. By Freedom First Credit Union. Start banking for good with Freedom First today. Gentry Lock Attorneys. By The Good Feet Store. By Haley's Appliance and Outdoors. And by Ironclad Coffee Roasters, craft roasted in Richmond, Virginia. Welcome to the Bojangles Tip-Off Show. Coming up, we'll hear from head coach Alexis Sherrard. We'll also have the key players, starting lineups, and much more. Now, let's go live courtside with the voice of the Lady Flames, Jamie Hall.
Hello, everyone. Welcome into Liberty Arena, where the Lady Flames will be taking on Middle Tennessee here in a crucial Conference USA tilt. Lady Flames trying to stay in that top 6 in the conference standings. That would be one less game come tournament time in Huntsville. Middle Tennessee, they still have their sights set on the top 2 spots, which Liberty has an outside chance of that as well. It's slim chance. Everything would have to fall just perfectly to win out and get some help from the teams above you to squeak up in the standings. But Middle Tennessee has a little more clear approach to being able to get into the top 2, and then that's even further helpful as far as conference tournament time, getting a day of rest in between the quarterfinals and semifinals, not having to play 3 games in 3 days. Middle Tennessee comes in at 14-12 on the year. Both these teams kind of mirror image seasons as well as circumstances as far as how many seniors they lost from last year, how many players they lost, how many freshmen that they have on their respective rosters, younger players getting a lot of minutes. But Middle Tennessee 14-12, Liberty 14-12. The Lady Raiders are 1 game ahead of the Flames in the standings, 9-5. Liberty is 8-7, actually game and a half ahead in the standings because the Lady Raiders have a game in hand. The Flames have played 15 and they've played 14. Liberty will only have 1 game next week as they play their travel partner Delaware in a single game here in Liberty Arena. But again, we'll get a look at the Conference USA standings here in just a little bit. But the Lady Raiders, they're coming off a tough loss. They lost at WKU, their travel partner rival week, if you will. They lost 70-65 in that game and trailed by as many as 20, so they're going to look to bounce back. The Lady Flames split the last week, having beaten Missouri State on the road 55-43, but then lost to FIU 66-45. A 24-0 run by the Panthers at the beginning of that ball game was the undoing for Liberty. Our Abish Retirement Keys podcast, Keys to the Game. The Retirement Key podcast is Abish is the official advisor of Liberty Flames Athletics. You can find the Retirement Key podcast on Apple or Spotify. And for the Flames, it's guard the 3 and hit the 3. Both these teams shoot a lot of threes and make a lot of threes. Liberty makes about 6.5 a game. Middle Tennessee, 7.2 per game. So close out, but then also when you get your chance, hit the shots on your side of the court. It's the 8th meeting overall between the teams. Middle Tennessee has a 5-2 advantage, winning that game back in Murfreesboro, 63-54 on the 23rd of January. The Flames were outshot in that ball game, 44-35 as far as the field goal percentage. And there was no Ife Nwabi, so they had to play without her in that game. She is our Foster Fuels Who's Hot. She is averaging 10 points and 10 rebounds in the month of February. She was also our featured Lady Flame on this week's women's basketball show. You can find that on the Liberty Flames YouTube account. There's also links to a preview, and actually there's a preview on Facebook, and then links to the full show on the Lady Flames Facebook page, as well as their X account. We take a look here at the Lady Flames average scoring, and there may be some help coming back into the lineup. That's a tease. Coach Alexis Sherrard will give us the details during our coaches conversation coming up here after this timeout. But some good news on the Ortho Virginia injury front for Liberty, and we'll find out about that after this quick timeout here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services.
It's bow time. Carolina legends aren't born. They're handmade, only in Bo's Real Southern Kitchen. It all starts with fresh, never frozen chicken marinated for 24 hours in a flavor-packed blend of bold Southern seasonings. Then we hand bread and fry it to crispy, juicy, mouth-watering perfection. That's not just any chicken, that's the Carolina legend. Order some Bojangles and taste what everyone's been craving since 1977. It's bow time.
At Carter Bank, we believe life is best lived full of opportunities and dreams, of goals achieved and promises kept. We've been creating opportunities for more people and businesses to prosper since 1974. That means great local lending, convenient access to your money, accounts and guidance that make it easier to get more done. We are Carter Bank, the preferred community bank of Liberty Flames Athletics. Visit carterbank.com to learn more. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Hey, Flames fans, Gentry Lock is fired up to join in the excitement this season. Gentry Lock Attorneys knows it's all about preparation, precise teamwork, and a competitive spirit for the hard-fought wins. We've got that down. With our fierce drive to succeed, uncommon thinking, and extensive resources, Gentry Lock helps businesses thrive. We are downtown at 801 Main Street, and we serve the Commonwealth and beyond with offices in Roanoke, Richmond, and Norfolk. All the ways Gentry Lock can help clients succeed is waiting for you at gentrylock.com.
At Carilion Clinic, the success of their employees is based on a culture that welcomes them and nurtures their growth. As the largest nonprofit employer west of Richmond, Carillion's team members are always learning and forever curious. Carilion is more than a healthcare system. It's a team of unique individuals doing what matters most, caring for the community. Visit CarillionClinic.org/careers and search their opportunities. Come join 13,000 employees who are Carilion proud.
Game day isn't the only adventure. Find yours in Bedford, Virginia. Just down the road, but a world away. Explore seasonal events, cruise the Blue Ridge Parkway, or hike the peaks of Otter. Enjoy outdoor fun at Smith Mountain Lake or play world-class disc golf. Home to the National D-Day Memorial and packed with small-town charm. Bedford has it all. Plan your visit and see the event calendar at destinationbedfordva.com. That's destinationbedfordva.com.
You're listening to Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services. We're walking you up to game time with the Bojangles Tip-Off Show. Pre-game coverage continues now with the thoughts of Lady Flames head coach Alexis Sherrard, presented by Rogers Heating and Cooling.
Coach, a big homestand over the next 2 weeks. 3 games to finish out the regular season. An awful lot still to play for before we talk specifically about Middle Tennessee. How do you like where you line up as far as these final 2 weeks in the Conference USA, top to bottom?
Well, I mean, I'm glad we're home for these last 3 games. Obviously, we'd probably like to have less losses, more wins, but this is where we are. And, the 3 teams that we have in front of us tonight being obviously the most important, we're ready for the challenge. And, we're going to try to treat this as a conference tournament. Last 3 games, quarterfinals, semifinals, championship, just as far as mental preparation in anticipation of heading down to Huntsville.
You've got a team that there's a little bit of experience on the team, but even the experience on the team is still younger experience as far as, Emmy and Avery both had big minutes at times last season, but they're just sophomores. I guess Liz, she's a junior, and Claudia didn't quite play as many crunch minutes as Liz did, but she's been around for now 3 years. Is there someone in the locker room that you kind of look to be the second coach, or is it a collective effort? The coach on the court, I guess I should say.
Sure. Yeah, with this group, it's definitely going to be a collective effort because even Liz, who's a returning starter, her role is even different. You know what I mean? We didn't look for her to score as much. She's even facilitating at times this year. So I think collectively, I think our players are just embracing, getting used to the new roles, and just with regards to leadership, it's been a collective effort throughout the season for sure.
This Middle Tennessee team, they got you at their place, but there was a lot of craziness going on that weekend. Not to make excuses, but the game got moved up a day because of an ice storm, so you were at Western Kentucky coming off of a kind of a thrilling last-second win, a high of that, but then you got to kind of shift the gears and prepare for a Middle Tennessee team that was trying to get the 500th win for their head coach. I mean, there was just a lot of emotions going on during that weekend.
Yeah, a lot going on. But, I mean, that's the name of the game. That's college basketball. So, you got to be ready, whether it's COVID, whether someone's sick, whether someone turns an ankle, can't play. You have to be flexible, and that's why you have players, and you want to have everyone ready and focused and locked in, and this next man up, and ready to play.
You mentioned having all your players. Ife Nawabi wasn't available for that
Correct.
game as well, so that's another kind of factor to throw in there. How does the Ortho Virginia injury report look for today? I know there's been a couple of ladies that have been on the list for a little while now.
Yeah, so obviously Avery Mills and Malia Alexander have been on. Today only Malia Alexander will be on. She'll be a DNP today, and Avery Mills she'll be back today on the minutes restricted timeline, but she'll be available to play today.
Sounds good. How about this Lady Raider team? What challenges do they pose? What did they do well in that game down in Murfreesboro?
Well, they bring a lot of pressure on the perimeter defense, and they really try to take you out of your comfort level in your half-court sets, and they try to turn you over. I think they had a lot of points off turnovers in game number one. And then, they have Vargas, who could potentially be freshman of the year. I mean, she's just a workhorse. She works really hard, and fight for another freshman who's playing well. She plays inside and out. She's shooting the three. And so, they have a lot of weapons. They shoot the three. They run in transition. They have good, young, talented post players. So, we'll have to be locked in. We had a lot going on down there at the Glass House. So hopefully in our building, obviously quite a few weeks later, we're a few weeks better, more mature. So, it's time for our ladies to step up and answer the call here.
Is it safe to say these two programs are similar? Certainly similar amounts of success over the decades, but also a lot of freshmen that you guys develop. It's not some teams it's almost a complete roster of transfers, but this is not really the case with Middle Tennessee and Liberty.
Yeah, a lot of traditional freshmen, high school first-year freshmen, as opposed to a bunch of portal kids. They go the high school route as well. We obviously did that last year with one or two upperclassmen transfers, but yeah, very similar. Perimeter oriented with a couple of good post players inside, but they like to shoot the three. They like to run, and they run a lot of sets similar to Liberty. So it'll be a chess match. So I'm actually looking forward to it.
Should be fun to watch, Coach. We appreciate the time.
Okay, thanks, Jamie.
That was head coach Alexis Sherrard. We'll be back with the Relevant Law tip right after this here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services.
Rogers Heating, Cooling, Electrical, and Plumbing. Your certified Generac backup generator experts. Online at callrogers.com.
Thousands of our teammates make and deliver 300 of the world's best brands and flavors. Locally. From the heartland to the coast, in big cities and small towns. Our products are moving, and our trucks are rolling. We share a passion and a purpose, and we love to refresh and serve our communities. We are Coca-Cola Consolidated, your local bottler.
Frank Good Builders is a proud supporter of the Liberty Flames. Frank Good Builders and its partners design and build beautiful custom homes in the Lynchburg and the surrounding areas. From designing a plan to picking out fixtures, Frank Good Builders works with you to design and build your truly custom dream home. Frank Good Builders can be reached at 434-238-3710 or frankgoodbuilders.com.
The light from a star can take millions of years to reach Earth. So when you look at a star, you're looking back in time. But I see the future. I see exploration and courage. I see my country finding new horizons out there. And I see giant leaps making a comeback. I see myself. The future is where I'll make history.
This message is brought to you by the United States Space Force. More information is available at spaceforce.mil.
Turn up the heat. Foster Fuels is a proud partner of Liberty Athletics. Fostering warm moments for 100 years, Foster has been providing exceptional propane and gas services throughout Central Virginia and surrounding areas. From propane to fireplaces and tank installs to tankless water heaters, Foster does it all. Visit fosterfuels.com or download the app to order fuel, pay your bill, and more. Get the customer service you deserve and turn up the heat with Foster Fuels and the Liberty Flames.
This broadcast of Liberty University Athletics is authorized under rights granted by Liberty University to Van Wagner Sports and Entertainment and is intended solely for the entertainment of our listening audience. The accounts, descriptions, and broadcasts may not be transmitted in any form without the express written consent of Van Wagner Sports and Entertainment and Liberty University Athletics. The announcers are selected by the Liberty Flames Sports Network and approved by Van Wagner Sports and Entertainment. It's time for Liberty Lady Flames basketball.
Mills for three. Boom! Avery Mills from downtown. Athene hesitates, penetrates, puts it off the bank and in.
Your defending Conference USA champions.
Daughter gets the rebound, dribbles it up court. Time expires. The Lady Flames win. They knock off Middle Tennessee to claim their first Conference USA title.
This year, the Lady Flames usher in a new era with first-year head coach Alexis Sherrard, a new leader with the same winning mindset.
We will compete with passion, we will play with discipline, and we will carry ourselves in a way that honors the university's mission and values.
Get ready for all the thrilling moments and jaw-dropping plays.
Obadiah Stoddard for three. Got it. Nadabo, and she has her shot blocked off of her and out of bounds by Stout. Rebound, Stoddard, and her putback goes in. Nice backdoor pass on the bounce to Stout. Beautiful offense by the Lady Flames.
Liberty Lady Flames basketball is on the air. It's game time. Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services, is brought to you by Larry's Tire and Auto Repair, providing preventable maintenance, repair, and service at multiple locations and at larrystireservice.com. By the Liberty Bookstore, the official online store of Liberty Athletics. Lynchburg Nissan. By Peary Family Dentistry. Rogers Heating and Cooling, servicing Greater Lynchburg's HVAC and electrical needs. Segra, offering customized business technology solutions. Learn more at segra.com. By the United States Space Force. And by Thompson Brooks Insurance, planning today for tomorrow. Now let's go courtside for the call of the game.
Welcome back into Liberty Arena, the Lady Flames in Middle Tennessee. Hooking up here in just a couple of minutes. We talked about the Conference USA standings. Middle Tennessee currently in third at 9-5. La Tech at 14-1. They've got a 4-game lead. They're in pretty good shape to win the regular season title. FIU at 10-5 behind them. Actually, they don't have enough games left to be able to catch them, as both of those teams have a single game week left between now and the end of the year. So, yeah, that's a La Tech championship in the regular season. Middle Tennessee, they're trying to work their way into the top two. Again, 9-5, a half game behind FIU. Then you've got Sam Houston and Missouri State at 9-6. Then the Flames are 8-7. trying to stay in the top 6. That's where they're at right now. They're a game ahead of Jack State, but also would have the tiebreaker against Jack State. Delaware is 2 games behind Liberty, but those 2 teams still play next week here on Friday in Liberty Arena. So the Flames can pretty much handle, they've got their own destiny in their hands. If they beat Delaware, they keep them from moving up in the standings, and as long as they can keep Jack State behind them or even with them because of the tiebreaker, then they know that they would not have to play in that play-in game in the conference tournament. Lady Raiders 14-12 overall on the year. Lady Flames also 14-12. The starters for Coach Rick Ensel's team looks like this. Elena Contreras is number 3. She is a senior, 5'6", from Minneapolis, had 15 points against the Flames in the first meeting. Kirsten Verholst is number 10. She's a freshman. A lot of freshmen on this Lady Raider team. There's 7 of them. She's a 5'8" guard from DeSoto, Kansas. Blair Bogus is number 12, also a freshman, 6'1", from Waynesboro, Tennessee. 12 points, 8 rebounds against the Flames earlier this year. Savannah Davis is number 14. 5'10" sophomore from McKenzie, Tennessee, averaging 8 points a game. And Macy Pfeiffer, number 22, she's one of those freshmen that have won Freshman of the Week coming off of that. 22-point game at Western Kentucky. She had 13 points and 7 rebounds against the Lady Flames. Liberty's lineup looks like this. Jacayla Thompson will run the point. Emma Leone also in the backcourt with her. Elizabeth Eyestarter at the 3, Ify Nawabi at the 4, and Emmy Stout at the 5. Avery Mills is available to play in this game. She went through warm-up. She is cleared, but on a minutes restriction, and is not in the starting lineup. Thompson, the 5'8" junior from Louisville. Leone, the 5'6" freshman from Spain. Eyestarter, 6'2" junior from Iceland. Nawabi, the 6'2" redshirt freshman from Calgary, Canada. And Emmy Stout, the 6'3" sophomore from San Diego. She stands in the center circle with Pfeiffer. The ball is in the air, and the opening tip is won by Middle Tennessee. They're wearing the blue uniforms, white numbers, black trim. The Lady Flames in the home whites with red numbers and baby blue trim. Middle Tennessee will go from right to left in the first half. A pull-up jumper by Contreras is good. She gets about a 14-footer to fall. Everybody coming off the loss at FIU where they trailed 24-0 in that basketball game. That was our Lynchburg Nissan starting lineups as the Flames get their first offensive possession. Driving to the basket is Thompson. Her floater comes up short, and Middle Tennessee gets the rebound. Lynchburg Nissan, the home of the million-mile warranty. Proud sponsor of Liberty Athletics. Contreras goes along the baseline, hooks a pass to Verholst back up top. A 3 from Davis is too strong, but an offensive rebound pulled in by Bogus, and she'll work her way down on the low block and score. Liberty trailing 4-0, a little over a minute in. Jacayla Thompson comes up top to Nawabi. Nawabi will dip down into the paint, and the shot rattles out halfway down and came out. Middle Tennessee with the board. They bring it back up court where Contreras will try a 3. It's short, and Thompson gets the rebound for the Flames. Thompson off to Nawabi. Nawabi into the paint, goes cross court to Eyestarter for 3. It's short. The rebound to Nawabi, and her putback is in and out again. Second straight possession that Ify's had one that she probably makes 95% of the time, and almost made it each of these times. It just didn't nestle in for her. Middle Tennessee back on offense. They go down on the low block again to Bogus, and she's going to be called for an offensive foul, and Stout took the worst of that. She's still down on the floor. The Flames are, I think, asking for a review to see if this should be some sort of a flagrant foul. The officials in today's game are referee Michael McConnell, umpires Joshua Howell and Kylie Galloway. Stout is up and looks to be okay. Bogus comes over to check on her as well. And I think they are going to take a look at this. It seemed like initially Michael McConnell couldn't quite read his lips, but his motions, he was saying that it was a basketball move. But after further conversation with the Flames bench, they are going to take a look at it. And I wonder if this is a coach's appeal.
The previous play is under review for a potential upgrade to a flagrant foul.
Okay, well, we heard the referee Michael McConnell there say it's under review for a potential flagrant foul. Didn't say whether or not it was an appeal initiated by the coaching staff of Liberty or if it was one that the officials are going to look at on their own, but that's what's going to happen. Middle Tennessee 4, Liberty nothing. It'll be Flames basketball. We know at least that. And there could be free throws if it is upgraded. We'll find out after this timeout here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services.
Every great athlete knows the final minutes of the game are where champions are made. Whether it's the last inning, the fourth quarter, or overtime, every move counts. One smart play can seal the win, and one mistake could cost it all.
Fumble!
The same can be said for retirement. I'm Abe Abish, founder of Abish Financial Services. Those last 5 to 10 years before you retire, that's your final stretch. At Abish Financial, we can help build a game plan for taxes, healthcare, and income for the years ahead. Call us for your customized retirement playbook. 571-406-4411. If you're over 59 and have $500,000 or more of investable assets, we can create your plan complimentary. 571-406-4411 or visit abishfinancial.com.
Investment advisory services offered through Abish Financial Wealth Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor firm. Insurance services offered through Abish Financial Services, Inc.
No
licensed in
upgrade
Virginia.
to a flagrant foul.
John Barkley loves Tuesday nights with his pals.
You guys ever seen a perfect game?
Here we go.
A night when scores made aren't nearly as important as friendships kept.
Get out your phones. Gonna be epic.
So he doesn't miss a night. John counts on Sentra to keep him healthy and at his best.
Perfection begins now. Start your video. Delete your video.
Like and share.
Sentra, caring for, caring about folks like John.
Now back to Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services.
No upgrade on the foul, common foul. The only piece of the explanation that I have not heard yet is if this was a official initiated review or if it was a coach's appeal asking for it. If the coaches appealed and they don't get it right, then they would lose a timeout. If the officials just decided to take a look at it on their own, then no timeout would change hands. It will be Liberty basketball. They trail 4-0. We talked about Macy Pfeiffer being the freshman of the week. That was the 11th, the record 11th freshman of the week on the season for Middle Tennessee. 7 freshmen on this team, and all, well, not all, but I mean a good majority of them major contributors. Liberty breaks through some pressure. They get it up court to Nawabi. Nawabi pulls up from about the free throw line and hits to get the Flames on the board. We see Avery Mills in for the first time as well. She gets the assist. Middle Tennessee back on offense. They'll try a three in the far corner that comes up short, but an offensive rebound by Bogus out to Pfeiffer, whose three is off. And Liberty with the rebound. Flames can't be happy giving up a couple of offensive boards early on in this game, but it hasn't hurt them yet. Actually, it has. Not that time, but it hurt them the previous time. 2 points were scored off the last offensive rebound as we have a foul away from the ball on Middle Tennessee. Rebounding is 5-3 Lady Raiders so far. Liberty to inbound. They lob it up top to Stout. Fouls on Bogus. That's her second, so 2 early fouls on Bogus. She will stay in the game. at least for the moment. Stout with 9 seconds to shoot, takes a couple of dribbles, gives it on the far corner to Nawabi. Nawabi's three is good. Ife Nawabi from 3rd Street, and the Flames take their first lead. 5 straight points for Liberty. Middle Tennessee, they'll try to answer. Bogus' three comes up short, and Nawabi gets the rebound. Hands off to Thompson, who will slowly bring it across half court. Thompson angles to the near side, now comes up top to Nawabi. She faked the three, stepped towards the basket, now hands off to Mills, who steps back for three and comes up short. The rebound was there for the taking, but it actually hit the protective padding at the bottom of the backboard and took a strange carom after that, and it went right past 2 Lady Flames that were there for the board. Middle Tennessee on offense. Contreras will take an elbow jumper that's too strong. Nawabi gets another rebound. She already has 3 in the game. Flames back on offense. Thompson through with the left hand and floats it in. Jakayla Thompson makes it 7-4 Liberty. 7 straight Flames points after falling behind 4-0. Liberty with their largest lead. Middle Tennessee in the paint. A jumper by Bogus, might have been partially blocked by Stout. Liberty comes out of the pack with the basketball. Mills on the near side. Crosses her defender up a little bit. Takes it down into the lane. Kicks out on the far wing to Thompson with 15 seconds to shoot. She dribbles outside the arc. Now gets a pass inside to Mills. Inside to Stout, I should say. And Stout draws the foul. Emmy Stout will shoot 2 free throws. Let's see who this foul is against. Talked about how Bogus already had 2 fouls in the game. 2 points, 4 rebounds, and now 3 fouls. That was on her. So Bogus, who had 12 points, 8 rebounds against the Flames.
To confirm who the fouler was.
And they're going to take a look to make sure that it was on Bogus. And considering the importance of this, they are taking a look at it, and they're going to change the call. It's going to be on Contreras reaching in as opposed to Bogus. So that's good for Middle Tennessee. Their second leading scorer with 2 fouls, not 3. But it will be a couple of free throws for Liberty. Emmy Stout goes to the line where she is a 59% free throw shooter on the year. She makes the first. For every free throw Liberty hits this season, Food Line will donate 100 meals to local area food banks through the Food Line Feeds Score to Give More campaign. Second free throw is off. So the Liberty run is up to 8-0. And they lead 8-4, matching the lead of 4 that Middle Tennessee had. Lady Raiders on offense. Contreras on the far wing. She'll drive and pull up from about 14. Missed the shot. 2 Flames fought for the rebound. It actually allows Middle Tennessee to come out with it. Bogus has checked out of the ball game after that scare where she almost picked up her 3rd foul. We see Nicole Dominguez replacing her. It goes into Dominguez with 4 seconds to shoot. She works on Stout and has her shot blocked by Stout. Liberty comes away with the basketball. Athene, who also came in during that last stoppage, and Liddy Mwamba, who came in as well, will fire a 3, and it wedges between the rim and backboard. The arrow will keep it with the Flames. So we get the mop out to knock the ball loose, and Liberty will have another chance on this possession. Lynn Peters has also come in for the Flames, so Athene, Peters, Ayestadter, Leon, and Mwamba Lobs up top to Peters. It goes to Mwamba on the far wing. She'll drive towards the basket and kick in the corner to Athene. Athene tries a pass for Peters, and she was held up. A foul called against Middle Tennessee. This is a Middle Tennessee team that plays their starters a ton, so foul trouble is not ideal for them, as Athene will pull up from three and miss. Flames also can't afford a whole lot of foul trouble either, depending on the players that get in foul trouble. As the bench is a little better now with the return of Avery Mills, but especially during that time when Mills and Alexander were both out, there was not a lot of souls down there as Middle Tennessee throws the ball away. It comes up court to Mwamba, now to Athene. Athene for three. Got it. Cloudy Athene with a Haley's Appliance and Outdoor three-pointer. Liberty on an 11-0 run. They lead 11-4. Contreras in the near side corner to Davis. Her three-pointer is in and out, and there's a fight for the rebound. The call will go against the Flames. Then Peters picks up the personal. The 11-0 run spans almost 5 minutes now that they have held Middle Tennessee scoreless. They've missed their last 9 field goals. Actually, the scoring drought is even longer than that. The scoring drought is edging towards 6 minutes. Pfeiffer on the inbound, goes far side to Yuhan Lin. Now back on the far corner to Pfeiffer. Her three-pointer is off the mark, into the corner where Mwamba picks it up. And the Flames come back on offense. Athene at the top. And there's going to be an offensive foul called against Liberty. And I think that's going to be 2 on Peters. Assuming that last one was on her. She was in the neighborhood. Let me double check that. Actually, no, that last one was called on Mwamba, so Peters was just her first. 11-4 Flames. Middle Tennessee's Contreras will try to hook a pass inside for Bogus. It was kicked away by Liberty. Bogus back in the game, playing with those 2 personal fouls and getting back to that rotation for Middle Tennessee as the Flames make some substitutions as well. Avery Mills comes back in. We see Zainab Abja in for the first time. Pass goes under the basket to Carson Swaney for Middle Tennessee. She rushed the shot and missed it. Liberty with the board. Mills for 3. Yes! Avery Mills was left with some space. She takes a 24-footer. Nothing but net. 14-0 run for Liberty. Middle Tennessee back on offense. They go down on the inside, and we're going to get a foul called against Stout. Bogus was trying to work her way down low. Foul was on the floor. It was the 3rd team foul against Liberty, the 1st against Stout. Flames are actually in the bonus. They'll shoot free throws on any non-offensive foul for the remainder of the quarter. Contreras takes her step into the paint and then stops and pops and gets the friendly roll. So that ends the 14-0 Liberty run that went about 6 minutes of game time, and a little bit more than that Middle Tennessee didn't score. Flames back on offense. Athene drives and kicks to Stout. Stout's long jumper is in and out, but she got down low to get her own rebound and sticks it in. What hustle by Emmy Stout. 16-6 Liberty. 1:12 to go in the first quarter. Driving towards the hoop is Pfeiffer, and Pfeiffer is able to get it to fall through over the top of Nawabi. That's no easy task with those long arms and jumping ability that Efi has. 16-8 Liberty, 55 seconds remaining in the first. Nawabi up top, having a little trouble, has to give it outside to Athene. Still 10 seconds to shoot as Claudia is guarded by Lynn. Now up to Stout. Stout with 5 on the timer. She'll pull up from 15, had her shot blocked, got it back, and scores. 2 straight possessions that Emmy Stout missed a shot. This time, one that was partially blocked. She tracks it down and scores with 1 on the timer. Liberty up 18-8, and about a 1.5 second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Middle Tennessee can almost hold for the final attempt. Lynn, guarded by Athene, will bounce it up top to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer with 6 seconds to shoot. Fades and missed. Stout with the rebound. Up to Mills. Mills near half court, fires it from there and was actually blocked by Lynn. She got a piece of it. But the Flames, a fabulous finish to this first quarter after trailing 4-0. They went on a 14-0 run and now lead 18-8 as we head to the second here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner. We'll have a Carter Bank & Trust Game at a Glance right after this.
What's important isn't that Freedom First has been in business since 1956. What's important is how we've been doing business since 1956. Since day one, we have been accountable to our members, not stockholders. We make loans that cost less, offer savings plans that pay more, and give back to our community, and that hasn't changed. What has changed is our ability to serve you with more locations and more technology to simplify your financial life. Freedom First. It's a place where anyone in our region can bank for good.
Are your feet preventing you from living life? Hi, I'm Jonathan Cotton, and you may have heard my Good Feet story, how I love my arch supports so much that I bought the store. Since then, thousands of customers have found relief from foot, knee, and back pain. I love to hear their stories of walking, running, and just enjoying their new life pain-free. Don't let foot, knee, or back pain keep you from living the life you love. Come into the Good Feet store for your free fitting and test walk. Visit goodfeet.com for the location nearest you. We look forward to seeing you soon at the Good Feet store.
11 West is a proud sponsor of the Liberty Flames. 11 West specializes in apparel screen printing, embroidery, sew-on, and flat printing. From the design phase with their graphics arts team to the finished product, 11 West collaborates with each client to craft custom apparel and promotional products. For more information, visit 11west.com, call 540-639-9319, or stop by their location at 6598 New River Road in Radford. 11 West, outfitting America and logo wear.
Liberty with the lead over Middle Tennessee on the women's side of things. How did we get to this point? Well, the Flames were trailing 4-0, and then they went on a 14-0 run. Traded 4 points at the end of the quarter and lead 18-8. Both Efi Nawabi and Emmy Stout with 5 points. Athene and Mills with 3-pointers, and Jacayla Thompson with a 2. For Middle Tennessee, Contreras has 4 points. Flames are shooting 44% from the field. Middle Tennessee 24%, and they have not hit a 3. They're 0 of 7. The Flames are 3 of 7 coming in. Middle Tennessee was shooting the ball 34% from outside the arc, just behind the Flames 35%. Both teams make around 7 3-pointers a game on average. Middle Tennessee a little bit more than the Flames. Both teams are good at rebounding the basketball, +7 for Liberty, +2.5 for Middle Tennessee. In this ball game so far, it's a 12-10 Liberty edge in rebounding. Flames with just 1 turnover, Middle Tennessee with 2. These teams are very similar. Flames score a little bit more, 64 points. They give up 61. Middle Tennessee scores 61 and gives up 59. Both teams shooting the 40 percentile. Flames 43, Middle 40. Middle Tennessee's a good free throw shooting team, so you don't want to put them there. They're shooting 74% from the line. Flames 69%. Flames on defense to start the second quarter. Pfeiffer to Swaney, now outside to Lynn. Lynn cut off. will go to the other side. She's cut off again. Now fades and draws a foul. Thompson protests, but she's going to get the personal foul, and Lynn will shoot 2 free throws. You don't see Jakayla protest very much. Certainly not that with that much exuberance. So you got to think when a player that's usually quiet, mild-mannered, doesn't complain, doesn't flop, does, that they probably didn't actually commit the foul. Don't have a replay monitor, so I can't tell you for sure who was right or who was wrong. After the 2 free throws, the Liberty lead is down to 8. Liberty back on offense as it goes inside to Stout. Stout takes a dribble, looks for a backdoor cutter, doesn't have anything, comes outside to Leon. Leon lobs it up to Stout. It goes far side to Eyestaughter. Only 3 seconds to shoot. Going to have to hurry. Forces one up from 16 and doesn't hit the rim. Shot clock violation against Liberty. An out of sorts possession for the Flames. They didn't really have anything going there. Middle Tennessee trailing by 8, and they've got the basketball. Lynn up top to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer fakes the shot, drives, pulls, and misses, but gets her own rebound, dips under, and missed again. The rebound is tipped outside by Nawabi to Thompson, and Thompson will bring it across half court for Liberty to Eyestaughter. Eyestaughter, a bounce pass into Stout. Stout goes to her left and kisses it off the glass and in. Emmy Stout with 7 points. The Flames with a 10-point lead again. Minute and a half into this second quarter. Contreras with Eyestaughter guarding her. Will lob a pass into Dominguez. Dominguez works on Stout and was able to get past her and score. Nicole Dominguez, 6'10" freshman from Spain. Still getting kind of acclimated to the American game, but you know she's got some potential, especially when you see a move like that. Thompson for the Flames. She'll drive through, has her shot blocked. It goes out of bounds off of Middle Tennessee with 12 seconds on the shot clock. 7:47 as this first half is flying by. In the second quarter, Thompson on the far wing. Goes in the corner to Leon. Leon with 5 seconds to shoot is cut off. Has to pass it back up to Thompson with 3 on the clock. She'll drive through and has it stripped away. The shot clock expired, though, in the process, and the Flames probably are fortunate that that was the call. If that would have been called a tied ball, Liberty would have had a second or less to try to do something with it. Instead, they'll hold on to the possession arrow, get it at the very least at the beginning of the third quarter. And Middle Tennessee will have the ball trailing by 8. We're going to have a moving screen called against Middle Tennessee, and that goes against Bogus. And that is 3 against Bogus. They have rolled the dice and left her in for a good bit of this first half with 2 fouls. There was a scare earlier for Middle Tennessee where she was called for a foul. They reviewed it and changed the call to a different player, actually to Contreras. But this was Bogus all alone. Call for the moving screen, and she's got 3, has to check out. Flames, Leon open for 3, far wing. Good. Emma Leon from deep. Liberty now with their largest lead, 23-12. Up at the top is Lynn. She lobs to Dominguez. Back to Lynn. Lynn will drive and kick far corner to Contreras. She fakes the shot, now slips under and scores. That was a tough shot by Contreras. She is showing why she is the leading scorer on this ball team. 13.3 a game. Senior transfer from Minneapolis. Came in by way of UMKC. Liberty Stout. Far side to Nawabi. Back up top to Stout. Now near wing to Leon. 11 seconds to shoot. She dribbles along the baseline and then has her pass deflected out of bounds with 7 seconds on the shot clock. 6:15 to go in the second quarter. Avery Mills, who is back after being out with an injury, missing the last 5 games. Did not start, but has played some and scored. She has the basketball. Will fire up a three-pointer on the far wing. It comes up short. Stout, though, gets her hand on the rebound. Can't secure it, though, and Middle Tennessee is able to come out with the basketball. They trail by 9. Lynn comes over to Dominguez, now in the near side corner. They find Swaney. Swaney lobs a pass in to Dominguez. She works on Stout, missed the shot, but an offensive rebound, and Pfeiffer's putback is off to the right. Liberty with the board. Nawabi secures her 5th rebound of the game. Stout has 4. And the Flames have a 15-13 rebounding edge. They have a 23-14 scoring edge as Mills will hesitate, kick outside to Nawabi for 3. Yes! Ife Nawabi, her second tray of the game. She's got 8. And Liberty is up by 12. Middle Tennessee on offense. Pfeiffer goes back door to Lynn. Lynn catches it in a tough spot, has to bring it back outside with 10 seconds to shoot. Under 5 to go in the second quarter. She bounces a pass out to Pfeiffer, who gives back to Lynn. Lynn down to 2, will drive through and missed. Defended well by Nawabi. The ball is still loose in the corner, though, and the Flames come away with it. Highest-Daughter picked it up. It comes up court to Mills, now to Thompson for 3. Too strong, but Stout there for the rebound, and she's fouled. Emmy Stout will shoot 2 to try to extend what is currently a 12-point Liberty lead, as we have a timeout for the under 5 media. 26-14 Liberty. Chance to add to that at the free throw line when we return. You're listening to the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services.
Score big at Haley's Appliance and Haley's Outdoor in Lynchburg, with major brands of appliances that will make your house feel like a home and outdoor equipment to have your yard looking its best. Haley's puts customer service first. They deliver and service all of the products they sell and will take care of the process from start to finish. Log on to Haleys.com today for product availability. Haley's Appliance and Haley's Outdoor in Lynchburg is a proud sponsor for Liberty Flames Athletics.
Move those coffee chains, Flames fans, and go local. Central Virginia's own Ironclad Coffee Roasters and Baking Company is the premier coffee partner of Liberty Athletics. Pay them a visit at one of their cafes in the Richmond area or at the Richmond International Airport. They'll also ship their specialty grade coffee straight to your door. Visit ironcladcoffee.com. That's www.ironcladcoffee.com to check out the coffee Flames fans are talking about.
Bring in the new year with a new vehicle from Lynchburg Nissan. We make buying simple and easy. And right now, Lynchburg Nissan is offering up to $10,000 off MSRP, 0% for 60 months on multiple models, and up to 130% of fair KBB for your trade. Get up and get on over to Lynchburg Nissan while the best selections are still available. And don't forget, Lynchburg Nissan is home of the 1 million mile warranty. Stop by, call, or visit LynchburgNissan.com now. LynchburgNissan.com.
You're listening to Lady Flames Basketball live on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner. Now, back to the game.
26-14 Flames on top of Middle Tennessee. Here on the women's side of things in Liberty Arena as we approach halftime, 4:36 remaining in the second quarter. The Liberty men are playing at Kennesaw State. They're at a very similar spot in their ball game. 4:23 to go in the first half. They don't have quarters, so similar spot. And they lead 27-22, do the Flames. Trey Lyle will have a complete look at your Frank Good Builders out-of-town scoreboard coming up at halftime. Trey holding down the fort. Back in the studio. A lot of important games coming up over the next 2 weeks. Jostling to try to get into the top of the standings for some teams. Trying to secure a top 6 for others that would keep them out of that play-in game. And then some teams just trying to get in to the Conference USA tournament. Right now, WKU at 3-11 is on the outside looking in. UTEP and New Mexico State are tied at 4-10. UTEP would have the tiebreaker, but that just lets you know they don't have any room to spare. If they fell a game behind New Mexico State, they would be out. And Kennesaw State, only a half game in the tournament. They played one more game there at 5-10 with UTEP and New Mexico State 4-10. So still a lot to be played for. Delaware at 6-9 are safe-ish, but they certainly don't want to go on a 3-game losing streak to end the year. That would put them in jeopardy of missing the tournament. The Flames are trying to stay in the top 6, and they currently are a game ahead of Jack State, which technically would mean 2 games because they have the tiebreaker with Jack State, who's in 7th. Both free throws are good by Emmy Stout. It's 28-14 Liberty. Middle Tennessee hasn't scored in about 2.5 minutes. Kirsten Verhulst has come in. It comes over on the near side to Contreras. Her three-pointer is good. And that is the first made 3 of the ball game for Middle Tennessee. That 14-point lead for the Flames before that was the largest lead of the game for either team. Liberty tries a pass down low to Stout, and it was deflected away and stolen by Middle Tennessee. Flames with 4 turnovers in the ball game so far. Contreras open again near corner, but missed, and Stout gets the rebound. 37% shooter on the year. Had way too much space to shoot, but wasn't able to connect, and Liberty back on their end of the court, which is to our right. Eistadter goes on the far wing to Athene. Athene looking postward, will skip a pass to Leon. Leon fakes the ball to the left, fires the shot to the right, and hits a 3 to give the Flames a 31-17 lead. What an outstanding ball fake by Emma Leon to get this defender flying by. Contreras back the other way. She's going to drive in over the top of Leon, and she scores. (31-19) now. Liberty. Leon into Stout. Stout works the block but missed the shot. Tried to get her on rebound, and she's going to be called for her second personal foul. She was trying to get over the top of Kebby Ernick, the redshirt sophomore out of St. Petersburg, Russia. We've seen quite a few players in the ball game for Middle Tennessee compared to normal. I mean, they generally don't run too deep into their bench. But with some foul trouble to Bogus, she's got 3 already. They've been forced to change things up a little bit. Liberty leads by a dozen. Contreras with the basketball for Middle Tennessee. She finds some space, pulls up from the elbow, and hits. She has single-handedly kept the Lady Raiders in this basketball game. She's got 13. It's back to a 10-point game. Zainab Abja has checked back in for Liberty as she tries to bullet a pass inside to Peters, which was too strong for her to handle. A Liberty turnover, and Middle Tennessee comes back the other way. Stout had to check out with those 2 personal fouls. We'll probably not see her again until halftime, under 2 minutes to go. 3-pointer from Lynn is too strong, and the rebound to Athene. Claudia will dribble it across half court for the Lady Flames. She gives to Nawabi. Nawabi a couple of bounces, goes far wing to Mills. Mills has her pass picked off, stolen away, back the other end. Davis lays it through. And a little run for Middle Tennessee has cut the lead down to 8. 31-23 after the Flames were up 31-17, 6 straight points for the Lady Raiders. Flames going to try a three-pointer, and they answer. Another three-pointer brought to you by Haley's Appliance and Outdoor. Cloudy Athene doing the honors, her second bomb of the game. And that ends the Middle Tennessee run. They now try to answer but miss. Get another chance at it, and they do not miss the second time. Contreras from outside the arc. This is a very good three-point shooting Middle Tennessee squad. It was uncharacteristic for them to miss their first 7 shots from outside. Athene in the near side wing to Mills. Mills up top to Peters for 3, short. And Abja gets the rebound. The Flames reset. Mills along the baseline has her pass deflected, but it gets to Abja. He'll take a baseline, or I should say an elbow jumper. It's off the mark, but Peters rips the ball away from Lynn and scores. Lynn Peters ripped the ball away from Yuhan Lynn to give the Flames a 10-point lead. 3 seconds to go. Lynn will drive and doesn't get the shot off in time. Flames defense was there. She ran into a brick wall of Liberty defenders, and Middle Tennessee not able to answer the Lynn Peters basket with time winding down in this second quarter. Liberty goes to the intermission up 36-26. The Flames led by as many as 14, trailed by as many as 4. End up winning the rebounding battle 21-15 and outshot Middle Tennessee 45% to 34%, including Liberty going 7 of 14 from behind the arc. Great offense for Liberty in this first half. They'll hope to continue that in the second. Right now we'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll have the Segra halftime show. Back in the studio, Trey Lyle will get you your Frank Good Builders out-of-town scoreboard, as well as look around the Liberty campus with what's going on. There is a lot going on the next few days here in Lynchburg between the Conference USA Track and Field Championships. We see Middle Tennessee's track and field team attending the ball game and sitting behind their bench across the way. But that's going on. Softball, baseball. I'm missing something. Lacrosse may be in action. Before I stumble over and miss something, and of course men's basketball's on the road. We'll find out how they're doing down at Kennesaw State. But Trey Lyle has all that information right at his fingertips, and he'll tell you what's going on after this break. You're listening to the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner. The Lady Flames they lead 36-26 at halftime, presented by Abish Financial Services.
Owned and operated by a Liberty alum, Larry's Tire and Auto Repair offers complete auto service, including tires, preventive maintenance, and more. Larry's Tire carries all major brands and is open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday at any of their 4 locations, with 2 in Lynchburg, 1 in Forest, and 1 at Able Tire in Concord. More information on Larry's Tire is available at larrystireservice.com.
Peary and Woolwine Family Dentistry say go Flames and good luck this season. Peary and Woolwine Family Dentistry provides dental health services including dental implants, cosmetic dentistry, extractions, and more. Their office treats patients of all ages and accepts major dental insurances. Peary and Woolwine Family Dentistry is located at 2229 Mural Road next to EC Glass High School in Lynchburg. You can reach the office by phone at 434-847-5331 and online at PearyFamilyDentistry.com.
Thompson Brooks Insurance has been serving Virginia for over 35 years, helping individuals and businesses with their insurance and investment needs. The team at Thompson Brooks is experienced in understanding Medicare, retirement planning, life insurance, the healthcare marketplace, and group insurance benefits. Call Thompson Brooks Insurance at 434-385-8500. That's 434-385-8500, or visit them online at thompsonbrooksinsurance.com. Thompson Brooks Insurance, planning today for tomorrow.
The Liberty Flames thank Segra for their support. Segra collaborates with companies to offer business-only, carrier-grade connectivity, cybersecurity, voice and cloud solutions tailored to meet their diverse needs. Segra offers these solutions across a fiber network that spans 28 states in the U.S. and is headquartered in Charlotte, North Carolina. They can be reached at segra.com or 833-GO-SEGRA. Segra, a proud partner of the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
First half is history. Now it's time for the Lady Flames halftime report, powered by Segra. Segra offers customized business solutions. Learn more at segra.com.
Welcome inside your Flames studios. Your halftime score: Liberty 36, Middle Tennessee 26. Flames with a outstanding first half, including 7 3-pointers made, and the return, of course, of Avery Mills, who had one of those 3-pointers in the game. Jamie Hallwell, your full first half stats a little bit later on, right before the call of the second half. But let's get to our Frank Good Builders out-of-town scoreboard. Let's start in women's college basketball in Conference USA. At the half, right now, Western Kentucky 37, Delaware 32. 3:29 left in the first quarter. FIU 8, Missouri State 7, and 2 games that still are slated to tip off in about 14 minutes from now. At 8 o'clock, Kennesaw State and New Mexico State, and then at 9 p.m., the nightcap, UTEP taking on Jacksonville State. As the top 25 in women's college basketball. Big night for number 6 LSU as they are up on Tennessee 79-61 with 5:13 left in that one. Going to the ACC now, number 10 Louisville up on Georgia Tech 58-44 with 5:12 left. Back to the SEC for number 19 Ole Miss. They currently trail Florida 56-50 with 8:57 left. At the half, the number 1 team in the land, the UConn Huskies. They currently lead Georgetown 48-25. Also at the half, number 7 Oklahoma up on Arkansas 44-22. Halftime for Kentucky, the number 16 team in the country, up on Auburn 35-27. Out in Charlottesville, number 21 North Carolina is leading Virginia 40-23. Now back to the SEC for a top 25 matchup. 2:23 left in the first quarter. Number 5 Vandy 19, number 24 Alabama 16, and still slated to go on tonight. Number 3 South Carolina takes on Missouri. Number 12 Duke takes on Florida State. Number 9 Iowa takes on Illinois in a top 25 matchup as a nightcap 10 p.m. tonight. Number 4 Texas takes on number 23 Georgia. As for the men's side of things in Conference USA, 15 seconds left in the half. Jacksonville State and Delaware tied at 25 apiece. 11:28 left for Louisiana Tech. In the first half, they lead 20-12. 10:39 left for Middle Tennessee. In the first half, they lead UTEP 19-9. 12:43 left in the first half. For Western Kentucky, they lead 26-9 in that one. As for the top 25, no action has started yet, but at 8 p.m., a top 15 matchup in the Big Ten is number 8 Purdue hosts number 13 Michigan State. When we come back here, we'll update you about the Liberty Flames. They are in action. They've actually just now went to the half, so we'll update you about their game against Kennesaw State, plus what else is going on around the Lynchburg. From Van Wagner, this is the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services.
At Carillion Clinic, the success of their employees is based on a culture that welcomes them and nurtures their growth. As the largest nonprofit employer west of Richmond, Carillion's team members are always learning and forever curious. Carillion is more than a healthcare system. It's a team of unique individuals doing what matters most, caring for the community. Visit CarillionClinic.org/careers and search their opportunities. Come join 13,000 employees who are Carillion proud.
At Carter Bank, we believe life is best lived full of opportunities and dreams, of goals achieved and promises kept. We've been creating opportunities for more people and businesses to prosper since 1974. That means great local lending, convenient access to your money, accounts and guidance that make it easier to get more done. We are Carter Bank, the preferred community bank of Liberty Flames Athletics. Visit carterbank.com to learn more. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
True Flame fans know where to shop to show their pride. Shop LibertyFlames.com. We're your one-stop shop for official Liberty Flames merchandise. Plus, all orders ship free. Go red, white, and blue and visit shoplibertyflames.com today. That's shoplibertyflames.com. ShopLibertyFlames.com is a proud sponsor of Liberty Athletics. For all your Liberty Flames apparel needs, visit ShopLibertyFlames.com today.
You're listening to Lady Flames Basketball live from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services. Now back to the halftime report, powered by Segra.
Liberty the ball in a tie game. Harper spinning foul line, left elbow to Cleveland. Adam Athene up top with 10. Caden dribbling down the paint. Finds Decker, right corner three. Brett swished it right by the Kennesaw bench. Team leading 89-3.
The great Alan York on the call for the Liberty Flames Sports Network. However, the Flames do trail at the half, 29-32 on the men's side at Kennesaw State. That game is at the half as well. Colin Porter leading the way for the Flames with 9 points. That aforementioned Brett Decker has 6 as the Flames looking to bounce back after a loss in their last outing against Western Kentucky, now on the road against Kennesaw State. As for what's else going on with the Flames, a lot of action across the, across Liberty, across the entire Lynchburg area. Of course, the Conference USA Indoor Track Championships are going on this weekend. Softball will be in a doubleheader tomorrow against Radford. Baseball taking on Hofstra. Tennis taking on Marshall. Women on the women's side, men's taking on Washington out in Tempe, Arizona for that. They're also a part of the Diablos College Invitational this weekend. Softball also taking on Marshall this weekend. Women's lacrosse taking on number 25 Richmond. And, of course, the women's team will be back in action against Western Kentucky on Saturday. The men will take on Jacksonville State on the road on Saturday as well. That's what's going on with your Liberty Flames. A lot of action, but I mentioned back to that men's game, 32-29 at the half. The Flames do trail in that one. However, on the women's side, they have a 10-point lead going into the second half. 36-26 is your halftime score, but it's time for the second half. So we'll head back out to the Liberty Arena after this break. Jamie Hall with a call of the second half as well as your first half statistics. From Van Wagner, this is the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services.
It's bow time. Carolina legends aren't born. They're handmade, only in Bo's Real Southern Kitchen. It all starts with fresh, never frozen chicken marinated for 24 hours in a flavor-packed blend of bold Southern seasonings. Then we hand bread and fry it to crispy, juicy, mouth-watering perfection. That's not just any chicken, that's the Carolina legend. Order some Bojangles and taste what everyone's been craving since 1977. It's bow time.
Hi, it's Jonathan Cotton, and people often ask me, what is the Good Feet store? I respond, we are an arch support store. When you come in, our staff is going to welcome you and listen to your needs. We want to learn about you, your lifestyle, your work, and the types of shoes you enjoy wearing. Then after measuring your feet, we are going to fit you from a selection of over 300 styles and sizes of arch supports. Come into the Good Feet store for your free fitting and test walk. Visit goodfeet.com for the location nearest you. We look forward to seeing you soon at the Good Feet store.
Thousands of our teammates make and deliver 300 of the world's best brands and flavors, locally. From the heartland to the coast, in big cities and small towns. Our products are moving, and our trucks are rolling. We share a passion and a purpose, and we love to refresh and serve our communities. We are Coca-Cola Consolidated, your local bottler.
It's almost time for the second half. Now back to the arena for a check of the stats from the first half, presented by Larry's Tire and Auto Repair.
Welcome back into Liberty Arena. The Lady Flames on top of Middle Tennessee 36-26 at halftime. Really, for Middle Tennessee, if it wasn't for Elena Contreras, it would have been a really tough first half. She finished up with 16 points, 7 of 11 from the field. The rest of her teammates, 4 of 21. So 7 of 11 for her, 4 of 21, and 10 points for everybody else. 16 points for Contreras, and she really carried them on her back to keep this as close as it's been. A 10-point game right now. Flames have led by as many as 14. After trailing 4-0, the Flames went on a 14-0 run in the first quarter, led 18-8 after one, and then this 36-26 lead at halftime. The Flames' leading scorers, Emmy Stout had 9, along with 6 rebounds. Ife Nwabi had 8 points and 5 boards. Emma Leon, a couple of three-pointers. Cloudy Athene with a couple of three-pointers. So each of those Spaniards with 6 points. Avery Mills, after missing 5 games, not back in the starting lineup, but did come off the bench, played a little under 10 minutes in the first half, had 3 points on 1 of 3 shooting from outside the arc. Jakayla Thompson and Lynn Peters each with 2 points. Liberty shot 45% from the field. Middle Tennessee 34%. Flames were 7 of 14 from 3. Middle Tennessee 2 of 12. Liberty 3 of 4 at the free throw line, and Middle Tennessee 2 of 2. Liberty won the rebounding battle 21-15. Both teams had 7 offensive boards. Flames with 6 turnovers, Middle Tennessee with 3. Points off turnovers, though, 8-2 Liberty. Flames scored on every single turnover I don't know how that's possible. They got 8 points off of 3 turnovers. I guess, yeah, that would have been 2 threes and a 2 off of the 3 turnovers they forced. Points in the paint, 16-10 Middle Tennessee. Second chance points, 8-5 Liberty. Fast break points, 2-0 Middle Tennessee, and bench points, 11-4 Flames. Blair Bogus with 3 personal fouls in the first half. The only player with more than 2. The Flames have Emmy Stout with 2. It will be Liberty basketball to start the second half. Flames inbound on the near sideline and will attack the basket to our left. It goes into the high post to Stout. Stout will take a couple of dribbles and dips under, but missed. Got her own rebound. Her stick back is also off the mark and out of bounds to Middle Tennessee. Stout was going right at Blair Bogus with those 3 personal fouls, but could not capitalize. And Middle Tennessee will have their first offensive possession of the third quarter, which is a Contreras deep 2 that comes up short, and Liberty with the board. Thompson dribbling on top of the Flames logo. Gives to Stout. Now Stout hands off to Nwabi. Back to Eyestadter for 3. Yes! Elizabeth Eyestadter from 3rd Street. The Flames with their 8th three-pointer of the ball game. Above their average of 6.5 makes per contest. And they're up 39-26. Contreras will drive on the near side. She hooks one off the glass and in. That was a nice move. She has played all world in this game, and if not for her having 18 points, Middle Tennessee would have 10. Stout up top, comes near side to Leon. Leon crosses it over, drives along the baseline, floats it to the rim, in and out. Beautiful play, but just couldn't get the finish to fall through. Middle Tennessee with the rebound. Verholst, the true freshman out of Kansas, will give up top to Contreras. The senior transfer out of Minneapolis. It goes over to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer drives in and has her shot swatted out of bounds by Ife Nwabi. 11 seconds to shoot for Middle Tennessee. They get it into Contreras. She'll fade and comes up with an air ball. That was a 9.9 degree of difficulty. Liberty goes back the other end. Thompson goes the length of the court and lays it through on the left side. Jakayla Thompson now with 4 points. Liberty's up 41-28. Middle Tennessee's Contreras is cut off along the baseline. She'll Bounce a pass over to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer looking to lob it back outside to Contreras. Down to 6 seconds to shoot. She has Leon on her. Dips into the paint and then passes it out to Davis, who fires a three that comes up just short at the buzzer, and we're going to get a rebounding foul on Middle Tennessee as Verhulst will pick up the personal. I didn't think Middle Tennessee had enough time for that one extra pass, but they did. They proved me wrong. That shot would have counted. It was well-oiled offense, great passing. They just didn't finish the shot attempt, and they're now 2 of 13 from three, a team that shoots 35% on the year. Eisdotter over to Thompson. Thompson looks back the other way. Nothing there, keeps it on the dribble, and then finds Eisdotter. She's searching for Stout in the post, doesn't have anything, has to go back out to Thompson with 5 seconds to shoot. Now they find Stout. Stout works in on the left side and scores off the glass. Emmy Stout with the left hand puts the Flames up 43-28. We're going to have a foul whistled against Thompson away from the hoop. She'll check out of the game. Claudia Athene will come back in. That was the second personal foul against Thompson. Avery Mills also in the ball game with Eisdotter, Stout, and Nawabi. Verhulst on the near wing finds Pfeiffer. Her three-pointer's too strong, but she got her own rebound, dips through and scores. That 15-point lead was the largest of the game for the Lady Flames. They're now up 43-30. Mills will pull from just inside the arc, comes up short, and the rebound is secured by Bogus. Bogus to Verhulst, now to Contreras and back to Verhulst. Again on the near side to Bogus. Bogus, a bounce pass up to Davis. Davis further on the far side to Verhulst. 12 seconds to shoot to Contreras. Contreras is going to try to drive, nothing there. Now will step back for three, comes up short, but the long rebound is pulled in by Davis, and Middle Tennessee will reset. Contreras on the far wing. Dips along the baseline, lost the basketball out of bounds. It'll go over to Liberty. Give Elizabeth Eisdotter credit defensively, forcing that turnover. Only the fourth turnover of the game for Middle Tennessee. The Flames with 6. Liberty averaged 18, as did Middle coming in. So a pretty clean game so far, really, for both teams. Stout to Athene. Athene curls around and gives back to Stout. Stout drives through and scores on the left side. Again, Bogus was guarding her, couldn't apply too much pressure playing with those 3 personal fouls. Emmy Stout with the basket. She now has 13 points in the game, and Liberty's back up by 15. Davis to Verhulst. Interior pass is poked away. It's loose on the floor. Nawabi gets there to tie it up. The arrow will keep it with Middle Tennessee, but that hustle will get the Flames an extra possession at the very least to begin the fourth quarter. There's 13 seconds to shoot for Middle Tennessee. 5:06 left in the third quarter. Liberty's up 45-30. And the Flames are going to take a timeout, which brings us to another one of those spots where we might have bang-bang timeouts, which is a great dish that you can order at your local Chinese restaurant. After we come back from this media timeout, because the first call timeout of the second half is a media timeout, so we'll take a lengthy break. We come back, and then when 6 seconds tick off the clock, the next dead ball will bring us to another media timeout. So if by chance, and I'm not trying to predict this or speak this into being, we come back and there's 6-8 seconds go off and then the ball gets deflected out of bounds, we'll go right back to another media timeout. Sometimes you come back and the ball inbounded is deflected out and it goes straight to a media timeout when the timeout's called under 5, but we're still in that zone, so just be aware we might be taking a lot of breaks in the next few minutes. Lady Flames are on top 45-30 with 5:06 left in this third quarter. You're listening to the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services.
Game day isn't the only adventure. Find yours in Bedford, Virginia. Just down the road, but a world away. Explore seasonal events, cruise the Blue Ridge Parkway, or hike the peaks of Otter. Enjoy outdoor fun at Smith Mountain Lake or play world-class disc golf. Home to the National D-Day Memorial and packed with small town charm, Bedford has it all. Plan your visit and see the event calendar at destinationbedfordva.com. That's destinationbedfordva.com.
Rogers Heating, Cooling, Electrical, and Plumbing. Your local HVAC experts. Online at callrogers.com.
Have you downloaded the Liberty Flames mobile app? If not, what are you waiting for? The Liberty Flames mobile app is your lifeline to Flames athletics. Get the latest news on your favorite teams, find upcoming schedules, buy and download tickets to the next game, listen to podcasts, and hear our online Liberty Flames Sports Network audio broadcasts.
Takes a long three. Got it! From 30! And the Flames lead!
It's all on the Liberty Flames mobile app. Download it for free from your mobile app store today. Now back to Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network. Presented by Abish Financial Services.
.45-30. The Lady Flames are on top of the Lady Raiders. Not many programs left in the country that use the Lady moniker in front of their team. The Lady Texters do. The Lady Vols still do down in Tennessee. Lady Raiders, Lady Flames here in Conference USA. There's others, but there was a time when it was probably 75%. We may be at a point now where it's 10 to 20% maybe. The attendance was announced at 1,035 for this Thursday night Liberty home game. Flames also play on Saturday afternoon, and next Friday it is Middle Tennessee basketball with 13 seconds to shoot. The inbounds comes to Lynn. Lynn takes it into the paint, and she is fouled by Stout, which will be her third personal. Stout not in agreement, but it'll be 2 free throws for Middle Tennessee. I think Emmy blocked the shot, but the follow-through, she may have kind of grazed Lynn. And Lynn did certainly help sell it, kind of popping her head back, sort of like a hockey player when they get a high stick. She missed the first free throw, though, makes the second. It's 45-31, Liberty. With now 5 minutes to go in the third quarter, so we are due with that other media timeout, the next dead ball. Stout playing with the 3 fouls is going to get her fourth as she tried to drive through on Bogus. Those 2 players have been dealing with some foul trouble throughout the game, and it's Stout that picks up 4 first. Bogus is playing with 3, and that is not a good sequence for the Lady Flames. Coming back from that media timeout, a foul against Stout, 1 or 2 free throws for Middle Tennessee, and now another foul against Emmy Stout, which is also turnover number 7 for the Lady Flames in the ball game. They do lead by 14. Middle Tennessee with it when we return after this break here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services.
Every great athlete knows the final minutes of the game are where champions are made. Whether it's the last inning, the fourth quarter, or overtime, every move counts. One smart play can seal the win, and one mistake could cost it all.
Fumble!
The same can be said for retirement. I'm Abe Abish, founder of Abish Financial Services. Those last 5 to 10 years before you retire, that's your final stretch. At Abish Financial, we can help build a game plan for taxes, healthcare, and income for the years ahead. Call us for your customized retirement playbook, 571-406-4411. If you're over 59 and have $500,000 or more of investable assets, we can create your plan complimentary. 571-406-4411 or visit abishfinancial.com.
Investment advisory services offered through Abish Financial Wealth Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor firm. Insurance services offered through Abish Financial Services, Inc., licensed in Virginia. John Barkley loves Tuesday nights with his pals.
You guys ever seen a perfect game?
Here we go.
A night when scores made aren't nearly as important as friendships kept.
Get out your phones. Gonna be epic.
So he doesn't miss a night. John counts on Centra to keep him healthy and at his best.
Perfection begins now. Start your video. Delete your video.
Like and share.
Centra, caring for, caring about folks like John.
(45-31) Liberty with the lead. One interesting stat from this game so far: Ife Nwabi has hit 2 3-pointers in her 2 3-point attempts, has 8.6 rebounds, but the 2 for 2 from 3 means she has hit 7 straight 3-pointers in this building in the last 3 home games. So she has found her touch from outside the arc, especially in Liberty Arena. After kind of a sluggish start to the year, shooting the ball from outside. I want to say some hellos to folks that are tuning in on either Facebook or YouTube. Jake is on YouTube. Daniel as well says, let's go. Over on Facebook, Philip listening and watching from Maryland. Donna's in Delaware, says go Avery. Avery Mills returning to the lineup after missing 5 games. Linda's in Louisville, Kentucky. And Sherry is in West Virginia. Thanks to everybody that is tuning in. So far, Flames with a 14-point lead. They now are on defense, as Middle Tennessee has the basketball to our right. An interior feed by Pfeiffer was kicked away by Mwabi, so that'll reset the shot clock to 20. 4:41 in the third. 45-31 Liberty. Lynn Peters has come in for Stout, who picked up that 4th personal foul. Iastado, Leon, Athene, and Mwamba, the 5 on the floor for Liberty as it goes cross court, and a 3-pointer is off by Davis, but an offensive rebound will reset things. However, Contreras shuffled her feet. Traveling violation will give it back to Liberty. Turnover number 5 against Middle Tennessee. Athene across half court to Peters. Peters to Mwamba. Mwamba goes back on the far side to Iastado. Iastado dribbles into the corner with 12 seconds to shoot. Has it almost knocked away from her. She keeps it alive, and the Flames are going to take a timeout to save the possession. It was very close to a 5-second call, and also Liz was very close to stepping out of bounds. There's a conversation right now between one of the officials and the Flames bench. Maybe one of the Lady Flames her feet were too close to the courts where she was sitting at on the bench. Caroline Shirey might have been the culprit, but everybody had smiles on their faces when they came out, so if anything, it must have been more of a warning. Liberty will have 11 seconds to shoot. 2 timeouts left in the game now. Middle Tennessee has all 4 of theirs. Still 45-31 Flames. As Athene will put it in play. Back to Peters, who hands off to Leon. Leon with 7 seconds to shoot. Outside to Athene. Athene down to 4, and we're going to get a 3-second violation called on Peters. That will turn the ball back over to Middle Tennessee. Verhulst to Contreras. Contreras guarded by Iastado. Back to Davis. Davis now up top to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer will dump a pass on the interior for Bogus, and we're going to get a foul called against Peters on a displacement. That's 4 on Liberty as a team, so Middle Tennessee will be in the bonus for the final 3:45 of this third quarter. They've only been called for 1 foul in the period, so they still have 3 to give. Nawabi will check back into the game. She's guarding Pfeiffer after the inbounds. A bounce pass comes to Contreras. 12 on the shot clock. She'll give it up top to Bogus. Bogus now back to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer's baseline jumper is too strong, and Leon gets the rebound for Liberty. Athene across half court, being harassed by Verhulst. She'll give it back to Nawabi. Nawabi looks back door, doesn't have anything. We'll hand it right back to Athene. Athene around a screen. Gets a pass up top to Peters. Peters is left open for 3. Yes! Lynn Peters buries the tray. Her third made three-pointer on the season. The post is now 1 for 2 in this ball game from outside the arc, and Liberty leads 48-31, largest lead of the game. An answered attempt by Contreras clangs off the front rim, and the Flames get the board. Leon across half will hand back to Athene. That was the 9th made three-pointer for Liberty in this ball game, as Liberty has a pass go all the way out to midcourt where Nawabi tracks it down. She'll drive in on the left side, dips under, kicks back outside to Peters. Peters for 3 again. No, off the back rim. Heat check for the post player as it goes out of bounds to Middle Tennessee. Lynn with 5 points in the ball game. And she may see some extended playing time here in the third quarter, into the fourth even, with Emmy Stout picking up that 4th personal foul. We'll see how Coach Alexis Sherrard plays it. Last time these two teams matched up, Coach Rich Ensel for Middle Tennessee picked up his 500th career victory in that game back in January. Both these programs have had so much success over their history. Shot by Contreras is off the mark, but an offensive rebound by Swaney. She's able to dip under the basket and score. 48-33 Liberty. 1:48 remaining here in the third quarter. Peters hands the ball off to Athene. Athene hesitates, penetrates, and then tries to flick a pass over her shoulder. It goes all the way outside to Thompson, who gives to Leon. Leon with 7 seconds to shoot. Comes back to Thompson. Thompson open for 3, off to the left, but she got her own rebound. Her putback is also no good. Peters had the ball, but then taken away by Bogus. Liberty a couple of good opportunities, but not able to capitalize. Their lead holds at 15. Middle Tennessee will go on the inside. Bogus has her shot rejected out of bounds by Nawabi. Ife Nawabi sends that out with the left hand. There's 19 on the shot clock, 1:11 to go in the third quarter as the inbound pass finds Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer works on Nawabi and has it blocked out of bounds on the other side. Nawabi on the far side got Bogus. On the near side, swatted it away from Pfeiffer. And now with 1:06 left in the quarter, Middle Tennessee will try to inbound in front of the Flames cheerleading staff. Squad. It goes into Bogus, and Bogus is going to be called for steps. The Flames collapsed down, triple teamed her, forced her into the turnover. Liberty will get the ball back. Going to face some full court pressure, it looks. Thompson is tied up near midcourt. The arrow will keep it with Liberty. And depending on where the inbounds comes, the Flames are going to have 4 seconds to get it across half court. They're not quite there. They're just shy of the half court line where they'll inbound. So you want to inbound this pass moving forward. 56 seconds to go in the third quarter. Goes the wrong way though. Leon does get it across just in time. Out to Nawabi. Nawabi will hand to Thompson. Thompson lobs a pass into Nawabi. It's deflected away. It's saved actually by Nawabi. Keeps the play alive. Athene from deep. Off the mark, but Nawabi gets the rebound, and she draws a foul. Efi with some excellent hustle to keep that play alive. Claudia was forced to take about a 30-footer, but by catching the rim, kept the play going. Nawabi got the offensive glass and now shoots 2 free throws. Flames haven't shot a lot of free throws in this game. This is only going to be free throw attempts number 5 and number 6. Both teams are 3 of 4 at this point. Efi with 8 points and 7 rebounds. Missed the first free throw. She is a 57% free throw shooter on the year. Second one rattles home, and the Flames are up 49-33. There's about a 2-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. That last foul was on Bogus, which is her 4th, so she now has to check out of the game, just as Stout has 4 for the Flames. Swaney up top to Dominguez. Dominguez hands off to Contreras. Contreras picks up her dribble and gives out to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer dips along the baseline, has her shot rejected by Nawabi, and the Flames come away with the basketball. They're going to have some time here. Leon for 3. Off the mark. Rebound Thompson, and then it's tied up, but the horn sounds first. And the Flames will take a 49-33 lead into the quarter break. And it was all Efi Nawabi on the defensive end for the Flames in the final few minutes of this quarter. 3 emphatic block shots by the redshirt freshman, who was our guest on this week's Liberty Women's Basketball Show. You can check that out on the Liberty Flames YouTube page, also on Spotify and iTunes. If you want the link or you can't find it, go to the Liberty Flames or Liberty Women's Basketball Facebook page, and you can find it there. There's also a way to watch the video on libertyflames.com. If you scroll down to the section called Highlights, it's one of the more recent entries on that list as well. So a lot of ways you can find that conversation with not just Efi Nawabi, but also head coach Alexa Sherrard. We'll take a break and come back with Carter Bank and Trust Game at a Glance after this. Liberty 49, Middle Tennessee 33. Here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services.
Turn up the heat. Foster Fuels is a proud partner of Liberty Athletics. Foster has been fostering warm moments for 100 years. Headquartered in Brookneal, Virginia, Foster has been providing exceptional propane and gas services since 1921. Stop by one of our 6 showroom locations across Central Virginia to view our wide range of products. From propane to fireplaces and grills to tank installs and tankless water heaters, Foster has it all. Download our app or visit fosterfuels.com for more info.
Move those coffee chains, Flames fans, and go local. Central Virginia's own Ironclad Coffee Roasters and Baking Company is the premier coffee partner of Liberty Athletics. Pay them a visit at one of their cafes in the Richmond area or at the Richmond International Airport. They'll also ship their specialty grade coffee straight to your door. Visit ironcladcoffee.com. That's www.ironcladcoffee.com to check out the coffee Flames fans are talking about.
Frank Good Builders is a proud supporter of the Liberty Flames. Frank Good Builders and its partners design and build beautiful custom homes in the Lynchburg and the surrounding areas. From designing a plan to picking out fixtures, Frank Good Builders works with you to design and build your truly custom dream home. Frank Good Builders can be reached at 434-238-3710 or frankgoodbuilders.com.
You're listening to Lady Flames Basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services. Now, back to the game.
Liberty Band entertaining the folks here as the Lady Flames are on top of Middle Tennessee 49-33. That last block shot by Efi Nawabi was 4 for the game. That ties a career high for her. Actually, I'm sorry. It is a new career high for her. It ties for the most in a game this season for the Lady Flames. Emmy Stout also had 4 block shots against Manhattan, but a new career high for Efi Nawabi. Flames are shooting 42%, Middle Tennessee 29%. Liberty 9 of 20 from 3. Middle Tennessee 2 of 17. Flames with a 31-27 rebounding edge. Liberty with 8 turnovers. Middle with 6. 2 post players in foul trouble. Bogus with 4 for Middle Tennessee and Stout with 4 for the Flames. Bogus has checked back into the game and will play with those 4 fouls. Stout is not in at the moment. The Flames have gone with a smaller lineup. Eyestaughter is playing in the post. Middle Tennessee with the basketballs. We start the fourth quarter. Lynn will try to cut in. She lost the basketball, but is able to retrieve it. It eventually gets over to Swaney. Swaney drives and kicks to Contreras. Contreras with Thompson on her. Has to give a pass out on the near wing to Lynn. Lynn's three-pointer is too strong, and Nawabi gets another rebound for the Lady Flames. She's now got 9 points and 8 rebounds in the game. Thompson dribbling at the top of the arc. Will angle over to the far wing and then give it back to the top to Eyestaughter. Near side to Leon. Leon lobs a pass for Nawabi, and it's loose, and Nawabi gets it back. Out to Leon with 6 seconds to shoot to Eyestaughter. She fakes the 3, drives, turns, fires, and misses off the back rim. Rebound to Middle Tennessee. They trail by 16. And then a pass looking for Pfeiffer is stolen away by Eyestaughter. Flames run it back the other way. Thompson outside to Athene, and Athene up to Nawabi. Nawabi for 3, off to the right. She missed her first shot in her last, after hitting 7 in a row here in Liberty Arena from outside the arc. A minute and a half in. Nobody has scored yet in the fourth quarter. 49-33 Liberty. And we'll get another steal. Athene picks the ball off. She comes up court to Thompson, who runs out and lays it in over Pfeiffer. Flames have forced a few turnovers here to begin the quarter. That category is evened out at 8 apiece. And Liberty with 13 points off of those 8 turnovers. Middle Tennessee only 2 points off of their 8 forced turnovers. Pfeiffer got away with shuffling her feet. She'll give it in to Lynn. Lynn's pass across court sails to the bench, and there was nobody in the neighborhood to catch it for Middle Tennessee except their coaching staff. One of those coaches on the staff across the way is Kim Reeves Bruton, former Kimmy Reeves when she played. We knew her as that. Now as an assistant coach, longtime assistant coach for Rick Insel at Middle Tennessee. And I'll give, as the ball was knocked out of bounds, it'll be the Flames' possession with 20 seconds inbounding on the near sideline. 7:50 to go in the game. Liberty up 51-33. I'll give Middle Tennessee's coaching staff credit. They have kept with the tradition of dressing up, and not just dressing up, but dressing to the nines for basketball games. Eyestaughter for 3, off to the left. Nawabi tries to track it down. She does, but saves it to Contreras, who comes up court and gives back to Verhulst. Verhulst is cut off along the baseline. Throws a pass on the interior to Bogus, and Bogus was held up by Eyestaughter, and that wasn't a bad foul on that spot. First foul against the Flames in the quarter. If not for holding her up, she was going to catch that pass and get an easy lay-in. Instead now, Middle Tennessee will have to inbound the basketball, and that was just the first on Eyestaughter. Comes into Contreras. Her 3 on the near side is short, and Nawabi picks up the rebound off the front rim. Avery Mills has come back in the ball game for Liberty in her return from injury after missing 5 games. Avery has 3 points. As now Thompson will drive through, and she gets the shot to fall in. Kayla Thompson has this way of lulling everybody to sleep and then attacking. She's got 8. Liberty's up by 20. This is their largest lead of the ball game. Contreras has a little space at the top of the arc, doesn't take the shot. Instead, we'll go to Pfeiffer, who does take the 3 and goes off the front rim again. And we have an injured player. It looks like Contreras is going to have to check out of the game as the official called that timeout. So she comes out. He's going to get looked at. I'm trying to see it. Seems like it's a lower leg situation. I don't know if it's a cramp or an ankle. It didn't look like there was any contact. So, and she seemed to be, yeah, it looks like a cramp the way she's holding her foot, trying to stretch herself out. So a cramp will get Contreras out of the game, and she has been the one bright spot for Middle Tennessee in this ball game. She has 18 points. No one else on their team with more than 4, as we've got a foul away from the ball against the Lady Raiders. Emmy Stout has checked back in with those 4 personal fouls. We also have Blair Bogus playing with 4 fouls for Middle Tennessee. After the inbounds, Athene will come to the top of the arc looking for Stout. Her pass is deflected, and it's actually eventually stolen away by Hamby. Middle Tennessee on the other end of the court. Verhulst will bounce a pass to Bogus. Bogus to Lynn. Lynn, after fighting her way around a hedge, goes back to Hamby. Hamby inside to Bogus. Bogus double team, gets her own rebound and scores. We're going to have a timeout taken by Middle Tennessee as they cut this down to an 18-point game, 53-35. And this is a Middle Tennessee team that has been able to make some comebacks. Time winding down, of course, but in that last game they played against WKU, they trailed by as many as 20 in that game. They were able to fight back and get it down to a 5-point game. They just couldn't get any closer and lost 70-65. So you certainly can't count them out. With 5:41 to go, there's a lot of basketball left to be played. The Flames do lead by 18, and it will be Liberty basketball when we return after this timeout on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services.
What's important isn't that Freedom First has been in business since 1956. What's important is how we've been doing business since 1956. Since day one, we have been accountable to our members, not stockholders. We make loans that cost less, offer savings plans that pay more, and give back to our community, and that hasn't changed. What has changed is our ability to serve you with more locations and more technology to simplify your financial life. Freedom First. It's a place where anyone in our region can bank for good.
Hey Flames fans, Gentry Lock is fired up to join in the excitement this season. Gentry Lock Attorneys knows it's all about preparation, precise teamwork, and a competitive spirit for the hard-fought wins. We've got that down. With our fierce drive to succeed, uncommon thinking, and extensive resources, Gentry Lock helps businesses thrive. We are downtown at 801 Main Street, and we serve the Commonwealth and beyond with offices in Roanoke, Richmond, and Norfolk. All the ways Gentry Lock can help clients succeed is waiting for you at GentryLock.com.
Score big at Haley's Appliance and Haley's Outdoor in Lynchburg with major brands of appliances that will make your house feel like a home and outdoor equipment to have your yard looking its best. Haley's puts customer service first. They deliver and service all of the products they sell and will take care of the process from start to finish. Log on to Haleys.com today for product availability. Haley's Appliance and Haley's Outdoor in Lynchburg is a proud sponsor for Liberty Flames Athletics.
(53-35). Flames leading by palindrome score with 5:41 to go in the game. The Liberty men are playing down at Kennesaw State and currently trail 57-52 with 7:28 to go in that ball game. They're making the Kennesaw State-Jack State swing. Middle Tennessee will head to Delaware after this game. Western Kentucky will come from Delaware to here and play the Lady Flames on Saturday afternoon. And then Liberty and Delaware will play on Friday to finish out the regular season. Middle Tennessee showing some full court pressure. Flames' Claudia Athene will inbound. Bounces a pass to Thompson, who has to give it right back to Athene. Up court to Leon. Leon hooks it over to Athene, and Athene comes back to Thompson. Flames now set up the offense. They attack at the goal to our left. Thompson lost the handle. It was poked away by Davis. Davis comes up court to Lynn, and Lynn threw an extra pass that she probably shouldn't have and gives the ball away to Liberty. She had an open layup, tried to get it underneath the Hamby, and the Flames get the steal. Leon up to Eyestadter. Far side to Athene. Athene takes a bounce and passes to Thompson, now to Leon. 9 seconds to shoot. Leon well outside the arc. And we're going to get a holding foul called against Middle Tennessee. And if that's against Bogus, that's the end of the day. Stout and Bogus got tangled up coming through the lane, and that is going to be 5 on Bogus. Blair Bogus, the 6'1 freshman out of Waynesboro, Tennessee. Second leading scorer on this team with 12.5 points a game. The leading rebounder, 9.1. It has not been her night. Been in foul trouble throughout. And now fouls out of the ball game with 4 points. Did get 10 rebounds in that limited time as it goes underneath to Stout. Stout has her shot blocked out of play by the 6'9 Nicole Dominguez. There'll be 11 seconds to shoot for Liberty. The Flames are up by 18. 4:42 left in the ball game. Inbounds comes to Eyestadter. She hands off to Leon, and we're going to get another foul called on a hold on the inside. It's gotten a little dicey in the paint of late. That one goes against Dominguez, her second. Liberty gets the inbound to Leon. Leon in the corner to Athene. Athene near side to Thompson. Thompson drives the baseline and lost the basketball out of bounds. 11 turnovers for Liberty. Middle Tennessee has had 10 in the game. The Flames with 3 of those in the last 2.5 minutes, and they've not scored during that span of time after opening up that 20-point lead. Middle Tennessee with the basketball. Dominguez holds it and then hands off to Verhulst. Verhulst working on Leon with 10 seconds to shoot. Now retreats back out near midcourt and attacks on the right side. Has her shot blocked by Nawabi. It's loose on the floor, and the horn sounds for a shot clock violation. Ife Nawabi with another shot block. That's 5 in the game. The last time a Lady Flame had 5 was over a year ago when Bella Smuda did it against FIU. The Liberty Arena single game record for blocks is 6. It's getting close to that. Nawabi into Mills, who just checked back into the game. She breaks the pressure and has looked fluid in this game. Hasn't played a ton of minutes, hasn't scored a lot of points. She's going to take a 3 on the near wing. It's short, but Thompson gets the rebound out to Athene, and the Flames reset as Athene will drive along and find Thompson, who was open for 3. Instead will drive in and floats it home. Nice patience by Jacayla Thompson. She could have taken that uncontested 3 instead. Got the defender to bite and got an easier 2. Again, Mills, after missing 5 games, only has scored 3. She's 1 of 5 in the ball game shooting the basketball, but has looked good out on the court. Doesn't seem to have any hesitation with that ankle. Dominguez missed a shot on the inside, and Nawabi was there. Let's see if she was able to deflect that. I don't think she did, but if she did, then that would add to her total, and it would give her a tie for the arena record. Let's see if she was credited for 1 or not. As I say that, they go back and forth, and Pfeiffer hits a 2. Get it back down to an 18-point game, and then the Flames turn the ball over. Middle Tennessee will come back the other end. Driving through is Verhulst. She missed the shot, and Stout got the board. 55-37 Liberty with 2.5 left. Flames have some wholesale substitutions over at the table. They'll come in on the next whistle. Athene bounces a pass to Thompson. Thompson with 10 seconds to shoot. Will throw a bullet on the inside to Stout, who's fouled, and a technical foul is going to be called against Nicole Dominguez as she slammed the ball into the ground and it went high in the air, and Flames are going to get a bunch of free throws here. Will also be the third personal foul on Dominguez. The true freshman out of Tenerife, Spain. Tenerife. A famous location, not for a good reason. Well, it's famous because it's beautiful. It's a vacation destination. But probably the most famous thing that happened in Tenerife was the largest air accident in the history of aviation. There was an airplane, two large jetliners that crashed into each other in the fog, one trying to take off, one trying to taxi. And it brought about, again, the largest aviation accident in the history of the world. And the reason that Tenerife was being used for large airlines, which it wouldn't normally be like that, was the original destination for a lot of the airliners was closed because there was an airport that came under a terrorist attack at the time, so they had to divert traffic to Tenerife, and there was multiple airplanes on the ground in the fog trying to take off, and there was a miscommunication. One pilot thought he was supposed to go and he wasn't. And as he was taking off, there was a plane that was taxiing down the same runway. Not to bring us to a somber note, but when I see Tenerife, that's the first thing I think of. I'm an air emergency documentary addict. Watch them anytime they come on. So after the 4 free throws, the Flames make 3 of them. Emmy Stout hit 1 of 2 as she was the one fouled. And then 2 made free throws by Avery Mills on the technicals. Timeout has been taken by the Flames. They'll have 1 left. And they now have their largest lead of the game, 58-37. Flames trailed 4-0 at the very beginning. Maybe having a little flashback deja vu to what happened at FIU, but it wasn't a 24-0 run, it was just a 4-0 run, and then the Flames got cooking. Liberty scored the next 14 points. Led 14-4, we're up 18-8 after the first quarter, up 36-26 at halftime, and now have opened up their largest lead of the ball game. It will be Liberty's possession after the technical free throws. Leon gets a pass across to Abja. Her three-pointer is good. Zainab Abja from downtown. She gets herself into the scoring column for this basketball game. Knocks in her first 3 of her college career. And puts the Flames up by 24. Down low for the Lady Raiders. They get a couple of shots at point blank, and now the ball is loose and picked up by Lynn Peters. Peters gives back to Athene, and Athene over to Leon. Leon will dribble it across half court for the Lady Flames. Near side to Athene. Athene works her way down, and then a little flick of the wrist and scores off the back of the rim, and may have even glanced the glass a little bit. Just a quick release shot puts the Flames up 63-37. Middle Tennessee brings in Jenna McClendon for the first time. Her pass out to Pfeiffer leads to a three-pointer that hits everything on the rim but doesn't fall through, and the Flames get the board. Leon across the half. Dips it underneath to Peters, and Peters finishes on the far side. What vision by Emma Leon to get the assist. And Liberty now up 65-37. 30 seconds to go in the game. Driving to the basket is Verhulst, and she has her shot swatted down by Muwabi. Ife Muwabi gets the ball back for Liberty. Liddy Mwamba got that block shot. Ife Nwabi has gotten all the other block shots for the Flames in this basketball game. She has 5, which is the most in over a year for the Lady Flames. The horn sounds as Liberty dribbles the clock out. They get a 65-37 win over Middle Tennessee. And with the victory, the Flames now are 9-7 on the year in the conference. With the loss, Middle Tennessee falls to 9-6. The Flames are 15-12, and Middle Tennessee is 14-13. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll have the post-game show brought to you by Coca-Cola here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services.
Owned and operated by a Liberty alum, Larry's Tire and Auto Repair offers complete auto service including tires, preventive maintenance, and more. Larry's Tire carries all major brands and is open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday at any of their 4 locations, with 2 in Lynchburg, 1 in Forest, and 1 at Able Tire in Concord. More information on Larry's Tire is available at larrystireservice.com.
The light from a star can take millions of years to reach Earth. So when you look at a star, you're looking back in time. But I see the future. I see exploration and courage. I see my country finding new horizons out there. And I see giant leaps making a comeback. I see myself. The future is where I'll make history.
This message is brought to you by the United States Space Force. More information is available at spaceforce.mil.
Bring in the new year with a new vehicle from Lynchburg Nissan. We make buying simple and easy. And right now, Lynchburg Nissan is offering up to $10,000 off MSRP, 0% for 60 months on multiple models, and up to 130% of fair KBB for your trade. Get up and get on over to Lynchburg Nissan while the best selections are still available. And don't forget, Lynchburg Nissan is home of the 1 million mile warranty. Stop by, call, or visit LynchburgNissan.com now.
LynchburgNissan.com. The doctors at Crossroads Family Dentistry say go Flames and good luck this season. Stephen Hatch, James Peary III, Trey Woolwine, and Carol Roberts have over 50 years of experience serving Lynchburg and the surrounding area. Their dental office in Forest is open and ready to serve you. Crossroads Family Dentistry provides all family and cosmetic dental needs and accepts major dental insurances. They're located at 14761 Forest Road in front of Brauburgers. More information is available at CrossroadsFamilyDentistryVA.com.
Flames Nation, this is Liberty Women's Basketball head coach Alexis Sherrard. The Sherrard family are proud Flame Club members and invite you to join in training champions for Christ both on and off the court. Whether you're at the game or cheering from home, your support is valuable and directly impacts our student athletes. Membership starts at $75 and comes with great benefits like access to premium seating, hospitality, and parking privileges. Join today. Visit libertyflamesclub.org.
You've been listening to Liberty Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services. Now it's time for the Coca-Cola post-game locker room report. Get a complete recap of the game. Hear from Lady Flames head coach Alexis Sherrard, final stats, and more. This is the Coca-Cola post-game report. Coke, taste the feeling.
Welcome back into Liberty Arena. The Lady Flames get the win over Middle Tennessee by a final score of 65-37. As we've got, let me straighten something out real quick just to make sure that, because Ife's standing here next to me, I'll just make sure that you're good for now, right? You're coming back later. She's coming back after the press conference, or?
If she can, but we gotta do post-press.
Yeah, yeah, she doesn't. I mean, normally they go in the locker room first and then come back. So she's okay right now. Yeah, she can come back after they get done in the locker room. Okay, sorry about that. Welcome back in. The Lady Flames get the win over Middle Tennessee 65-37. And we will eventually talk with Ife Nwabi, who is standing and signing some autographs right now. But she's going to head back to the locker room first. And then eventually I'm sure the press conference as well. She's a very popular person right now. She had an amazing game, as did all of the Lady Flames, getting a solid win against Middle Tennessee, and now getting within a half game of the Lady Raiders in the standings. We'll break down how everything sets up here in just a little bit as other games start to go final from around the conference. On the men's side, not looking good for the Liberty Flames. They are trailing Kennesaw State, and this is pretty much academic at this point. They're down 74-65 with 10 seconds to go in the ball game. And we'll have a complete look at your Frank Good Builders out-of-town scoreboard with Trey back in the studio here in just a little bit. But mild confusion here in a good way, because after a win, everybody's kind of trying to figure out where they're supposed to head to. And Ife was standing here, just wanted to make sure that she didn't think we were expecting her right away. The team always goes back and meets in the locker room first before they come out and talk to us. She already has been interviewed by television. Not only is it a special day because of her line in the box score, but also her father surprised her and is in town. So I know a lot of smiles for Ife, which we're not helping the situation by everybody wanting to talk to her after the basketball game. So she's a little later getting to dinner with him. But I'll tell you what she did for Liberty as far as the final stats. She had just one shy of a double-double. 9 points, 10 rebounds, but 5 blocked shots in the ball game. 3 of 6 from the field, hit 2 3-pointers, and is our Thompson Brooks Insurance Player of the Game. Solid game for Emmy Stout as well. 14 points, 8 rebounds, 10 points for Jacayla Thompson, and 7 boards for the point guard. 7 points off the bench for Lynn Peters. She also hit a 3 in the game. 8 points off the bench for Claudia Thien. Emma Leon was 6. Avery Mills played 16 minutes and got 5 points in her first game back from injury after missing 5. Elizabeth Eisdottir, she had 3 points in the ball game, and Zeynep Avcı off the bench with 3. Liberty finishes up shooting 44% from the field, right at their season average, just a tad above it. They were 10 of 24 from 3, 42%. Those threes brought to you by Haley's Appliance and Outdoor. And the Flames were 7 of 10 from the free throw line. 700 meals donated to local area food banks through the Food Line Feeds Score to Give More campaign. Middle Tennessee, they shot 26% from the field. They did take 6 more shot attempts than the Flames. They were 16 of 61, another palindrome. The Flames 24 of 55, but Liberty quite a bit higher as far as the percentages. And Middle Tennessee, a good three-point shooting team, shot 9.5%, 2 of 21. They normally shoot 35% from outside the arc, and they only got 4 free throws in the game. And we talked about that. There were 2 keys. The one was defend the 3 and hit the 3, and the Flames did exactly that. The Abish Financial Podcast Keys to the Game, they absolutely did what we said they needed to do there. They held Middle Tennessee under 10% from outside the arc, and the Flames hit 42%, 10-2, and makes. And then the other thing that we knew would be a concern was keeping Middle Tennessee off the free throw line. They're a very good free throw shooting team, and they only took 4 shots in this ball game. The Flames with just 10, so it really wasn't about shooting free throws. But Middle Tennessee loves to attack and get some freebies at the line. They didn't do that in this game. Flames defended well. They held Middle Tennessee to their lowest total of the season with 37 in the 65-37 win. Rebounding was 40-34 Liberty. Middle Tennessee actually had the offensive rebounding edge of 17-13. Both teams with 12 turnovers. The Flames with 7 block shots in the game. Middle Tennessee with 3. 5 of those 7 were Efi Nawabi, as we mentioned. Points off turnovers, even though both teams had an even amount of turnovers, the Flames a 17-4 edge in points off of those turnovers. Points in the paint were 26 apiece. Second chance points 11 apiece. Fast break points 4-2 Flames. And bench points 23-7 Liberty. Flames trailed by as many as 4. That was the first 4 points of the game. They led by as many as 28, which was the final score. Flames used a 14-0 run in the first quarter to open up a double-digit lead and never look back. With that victory, Liberty is now 15-12, and they are 9-7 on the year. Middle Tennessee is 14-13 and 9-6 on the year in Conference USA. In this rematch of the last 2 conference tournament games, one that Middle Tennessee won the first time around, the Flames won the most recent. The reigning champs, these teams split the season series after Middle Tennessee got a 63-54 win in Murfreesboro back on the 23rd of January. Again, we'll have a look at the Frank Good Builders out-of-town scoreboard. Those were your Larry's Tire and Auto stats. We'll have the out-of-town scoreboard with Trey back in the studio, and then we'll decipher what that means to the standings coming up at the end of the broadcast when we have our opportunity to also talk to Coach Alexis Sherrard, as well as our Thompson Brooks Insurance Player of the Game, Efi Nawabi. Our convo with Coach Sherrard is brought to you by the Good Feet Store. Locations in Lynchburg and Roanoke. Find the store nearest to you at goodfeet.com. We'll take a break and be back right after this. The Flames with a 65-37 win on the women's side of things here in Liberty Arena. And we're back with more on the post-game show brought to you by Coca-Cola after this timeout.
The Liberty Flames thank Segra for their support. Segra collaborates with companies to offer business-only, carrier-grade connectivity, cybersecurity, voice and cloud solutions tailored to meet their diverse needs. Segra offers these solutions across a fiber network that spans 28 states in the U.S. and is headquartered in Charlotte, North Carolina. They can be reached at Segra.com or 833-GO-SEGRA. Segra, a proud partner of the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
True Flame fans know where to shop to show their pride. Shop LibertyFlames.com. We're your one-stop shop for official Liberty Flames merchandise. Plus, all orders ship free. Go red, white, and blue and visit ShopLibertyFlames.com today. That's ShopLibertyFlames.com. ShopLibertyFlames.com is a proud sponsor of Liberty Athletics. For all your Liberty Flames apparel needs, visit ShopLibertyFlames.com today.
11 West is a proud sponsor of the Liberty Flames. 11 West specializes in apparel screen printing, embroidery, sew-on, and flat printing. From the design phase with their graphics arts team to the finished product, 11 West collaborates with each client to craft custom apparel and promotional products. For more information, visit 11west.com, call 540-639-9319, or stop by their location at 6598 New River Road in Radford. 11 West, outfitting America and logo wear.
Thompson Brooks Insurance has been serving Virginia for over 35 years, helping individuals and businesses with their insurance and investment needs. The team at Thompson Brooks is experienced in understanding Medicare, retirement planning, life insurance, the healthcare marketplace, and group insurance benefits. Call Thompson Brooks Insurance at 434-385-8500. That's 434-385-8500, or visit them online at ThompsonBrooksInsurance.com. Thompson Brooks Insurance, planning today for tomorrow.
Working on Leon with 10 seconds to shoot. Now retreats back out near midcourt. And attacks on the right side. Has her shot blocked by Nawabi. It's loose on the floor, and the horn sounds for a shot clock violation. Efi Nawabi with another shot block.
Big night for Ife Nwabi. Of course, she will be the player of the game. Speaking to Jamie Hall in a matter of moments. Finishes the night with 10 rebounds as well as 5 blocks. Big night for the Flames defensively, only allowing 37 points to Middle Tennessee as Liberty gets the win 65-37. But first, before we get to updating you about the men's side, plus getting you back out to the Liberty Arena, we are now going to give you our Frank Good Builders out-of-town scoreboard. Let's start in the women's side of Conference USA. 4:12 left in the third quarter. Missouri State leads FIU 40-22. Halftime between New Mexico State and Kennesaw State. New Mexico State leads 29-27. Just about to tip at 9 p.m., UTEP and Jacksonville State. And then another final for you. Western Kentucky gets the win over Delaware 73-71. As for the top 25 in women's college basketball, at the half, number 3, South Carolina 57, Missouri 32. Number 5, Vandy up on number 24, Alabama 59-40. Also at the half, number 12, Duke up on Florida State 33-29. Couple finals for you. Number 1, UConn 84, Georgetown 52. Number 7, Oklahoma gets the win over Arkansas 89-44. Number 16, Kentucky defeats Auburn 60-56. Number 21, North Carolina defeats Virginia 82-70. Number 6, LSU defeats Tennessee 89-73. Number 10, Louisville defeats Georgia Tech 69-50. And Florida upsets number 19, Ole Miss 74-67. As for the men's side in men's Conference USA, we start out with the Liberty Flames.
Liberty down 3. To Decker, right wing. Brett up top to Harper, back to Decker for the tie. You bet. Third 3 for Brett. Holds it high. Bounces outside the paint. Cross court to Cleveland. Back to Matheny. Matheny dribble drive in the paint. No shot up top. Decker for 3. Boom. Brett Decker. He's lethal. Ties the game at 36.
15 points on the night for Brett Decker. All from 3, but unfortunately the Flames do fall short. 74-65 to Kennesaw State. They look to get the win this upcoming Sunday as well. Or this Saturday, looking to bounce back on the men's side when they take on Jacksonville State. Liberty, unfortunately, drops 2 in a row in conference play, but stay positive. They are still the number 1 team in Conference USA as we gear for the conference tournament. But on the women's side, big win tonight for the Lady Flames as they get the win, gearing themselves up for a conference tournament. And Jamie, I know you were someone who played a big part in a great defensive effort tonight.
I misunderstood you, Trey. I thought you said you were someone that played a big part in the defensive effort. I didn't make any defensive plays in this game.
If they needed me on the defensive side of the ball, then they must. That's a scary sight for Coach. So your guest played a way bigger part than I would have had.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. And Ife, it seems like we've talked a lot this week, but you played too well to not bring you back out. Plus, there was also something special that happened that I wanted you to tell us about earlier today at shoot-around, I think.
Yeah, in shoot-around, Coach lined up the chairs and he told us to close our eyes. I was so confused. And then he kind of just made us think about the game, envision it, all that stuff. And then he was like, open your eyes. And my dad and my little brother came to surprise me all the way from Canada.
That's pretty awesome. And you said, well, I'm going to show, because your little brother, he's a baller too. And you said he asked for some advice from time to time. So he didn't have to ask advice. You showed him how to play defense in this basketball game.
I guess so.
His next game, he better get 5 blocks too.
He better.
Well, how surprised were you when you opened your eyes? Did you have any idea that this was coming?
I had no idea. I was very shocked. I was very thrown off by it.
Well, that's awesome. Well, we won't keep you long because we want you to be able to spend as much time as possible. How long is your family in town?
Right up until our next game on Saturday.
Okay, good. So they get to see you play a couple times.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's awesome. Well, let's talk about those block shots. It's the most blocks in Liberty Arena since Bella Smuda did the same thing back about a little over a year ago. What was going on down low? Everything left and right, swatting everything out of bounds.
I think Coach has just been really talking about emphasizing our defense and help side, and I just think that we rotated well. I happened to be in the right spot and threw my hands up and got the block.
Does it affect people that you're coming at them with the left hand? Are they not expecting that? Because, usually you're going to get your shot blocked by somebody's right hand.
Yeah.
But you got the lefty coming at them.
I'm not sure. Maybe it does surprise them. I know most teams scream, "Oh, she's a lefty," so I don't think it's a surprise to them. I don't know.
On offense, when you're defending somebody, that's very much in your mind. Which hand are they shooting with? So you know how to close out.
Yeah.
But on defense, maybe not. That's a good question. We need to ask some of the. Well, you're a shooter too. If you were outside and somebody was coming at you, or maybe not so much on the outside on a closeout, but down low, you're used to people attacking you defensively with their right hand as well.
Yeah, that's true.
It's interesting. Well, psychology thing. I know that's something that you talk about from time to time. So we'll have to get into that. Do a little survey of the team. Does a left-handed shot blocker affect them or not? You guys fell behind 4-0. Was there just the least little bit of a flashback to FIU from Saturday when you fell behind those first couple baskets?
No, we have to put that game in the past. Just focus on this one. The next game's always the most important one up, so we weren't thinking about FIU. Just had a slow start.
No deja vu.
No deja vu. We can't have that.
But then you guys, started balling after that. And the most complete game of the year? You think this was the most complete game, offensively and defensively?
I think, each game we're getting better and better. We're not there yet, but it's a step in the right direction for sure.
Well, a solid win, and we won't hold you to have to hear all of the standing talk, but it puts you in a good spot now. It doesn't lock in a top 6 seed, but that's really important. You play one less game if you're in the top 6, and now some things fall right. You might be able to sneak up to third place. Even second place isn't out of the realm of possibility. So there's still a lot of stuff to play for. So
yeah, for sure.
Congratulations. Enjoy your time with your family, and we'll see you back out here on Saturday afternoon.
Thank you so much.
That was Ify Nawabi, our Thompson Brooks Insurance player of the game. As she exits stage left, we're probably going to have a little time before we get Coach Alexis Sherrard out, because he is back in the press conference. Ify's going to make her way there, so we try to get her done quickly so that she can go to the press conference and get done there and maybe get a little dinner with her family before it gets too late. Although they're West Coast, they're out in the Pacific. Is it Pacific or Mountain for Calgary? I should know the answer to that. I'm not positive. But either way, their time is a little different, so it's actually earlier in the evening in their brains. It doesn't even feel like 9 o'clock yet. But what a great story from earlier in practice for Ify to have that surprise with her brother and dad coming in to watch her play some basketball, and she played well. We talked about the 5 block shots. She also got another 10 rebound game, just one shy of a double-double with 9 points, 10 boards, and 5 block shots to help lead the Flames to this 65-37 win. And Trey told us the games that were going. There's only one final. Western Kentucky has made a push here at the end of the season, having beaten Middle Tennessee, and now they knock off Delaware. So they've picked up 4 wins, which they're trying to dig their way out of last place and get into the conference tournament. That's who the Flames will play on Saturday. So a very hungry team that's trying to work their way into being able to play in Huntsville. Really, none of the other games are at a point where we can really, like the Associated Press, that we can project a winner, although we're pretty close. Missouri State is up 51-24 against Florida International nearing the fourth quarter. I'm not going to write it down yet, but if that holds up out in Springfield, Missouri, then that would mean Missouri State would get their 10th win of the season, and FIU would get a loss, and so they would fall to 10-6. And Missouri State would be 10-6, and then it would come down to the tiebreaker as we now get the headset going for Coach Alexis Sherrard. Coach, I'm just looking at the standings, and again, most of the scores aren't final right now. The only one that's a blowout that you could kind of say, well, it looks like Missouri State is going to beat Florida International. They're up 51-24, but we saw Florida International can score a ton of points in a hurry, so that game is not over yet with a little over 11 minutes left to play. But if that game did continue the way that it is, there is an absolute slog between second place and sixth place, because you would have, as at this moment, if we just go ahead and, for the sake of argument, we assume that game does finish the way that it's sitting right now, you'd have FIU 10-6, Middle Tennessee 9-6, Sam Houston 9-6, Missouri 10-6, and Liberty just a game out of that at 9-7. So it's a mess, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. It makes it exciting going down to the end of the year. I don't know that we would have thought, 4 weeks ago, about the number 2 seed being in play. Even though it's still an outside shot, a lot of things still have to go right. You got to win your last 2 games. You got to get a little help in front of you, but the number 2 seed's still in play. There's still the possibility that you win these final 2 games and the right teams ahead of you lose, that you could have that route to the championship that everybody wants in one of those top 2 spots. Nobody's going to catch Louisiana Tech. They've already wrapped it up. Right. But it's amazing how we say a game is a game of runs, but sometimes a season can be a season of runs, and your team's been playing some pretty good basketball in February.
Yeah, February's been good to us. I mean, for you and I, coaches, we can look at all the standings and, the possibilities of the seeds, but for the team, the ladies, they just focus on one game at a time. The next game is going to be the biggest game of the year, and like you said, this has been a pretty good February. I'm just very, very pleased with our team, just their effort and intensity, and the overall consistency, especially on the defensive side of the basketball. Just very, very proud of them.
We talked to Efi, and she had 5 block shots in the game, but it wasn't just her. There were players diving on the floor, getting steals, getting some transition out of it, a lot of hustle. But just like the theme has been, other than the hiccup against FIU, other than that, the month of February has just been lockdown defense for the Lady Flames.
Well, I take my hats off to my coaching staff. They've done an unbelievable job just really buying in, really locking into, just as far as teaching and focus, because, the energy starts from the head coach and then trickles down to your assistants, and then it transfers to your team. So that month of February, we didn't want to duplicate January at all. We really wanted to get that bad taste out of our mouth, of January out of our mouth, and, we just really focused in on defense. Our practices have been more intense, obviously more defensive oriented, and the ladies have really just bought in. Holding a very good offensive team in Middle Tennessee State to 11 points in the second half, 7-4, 4 points in the fourth quarter. That's a team that's bought in. So, 18 points in the second quarter, a little bit of a hiccup. Contera had 16 points, but only 2 points in the second half. So, things that we're talking about, the ladies are really implementing, really locking in to their assignments. And, you usually get good results when you do that.
Avery Mills makes her return to the lineup, doesn't start, comes in off the bench. And let's see, she finished up with about, 16 minutes? Yeah, 16:05 as far as the minutes that she played. About what you were hoping for. And she looked smooth, didn't take a ton of shots, didn't hit a ton of shots, but looked like she was healthy and moving around great.
Yeah, it's just good to have her out there. She needs to feel the floor, just get her rhythm back. I was very pleased with her because, she was penetrating for others. I think she had 2 assists, knocked down those 2 free throws, hit a big 3 early on. So, just with that time restriction coming off injury, I don't know how many weeks it's been. It feels like it's been, 2 months, but it may only been like 3 weeks. But, she's going to get her timing back. She's practicing more and more. So, we're just glad to have her back because when she's out there, she's a presence. She stretches the floor. That opens up the driving lanes. That makes life a little bit easier for our post. They can't clamp down on her too quickly with the shooter out there. So she just brings different dynamics. But, I thought she defended well. She handled the basketball. She penetrated for others. So, just a well-rounded game as she continues to get her rhythm back.
Lynn Peters is your new 3-point shooting contestant, if there was one at the Conference USA tournament. We knew she had some range, but she's not bashful.
No, Lynn, she's a skilled big. She shoots them in practice. I'd like for her to shoot them more. I'd like for Emmy Stout to shoot them more as well. But, Lynn's very smart. Emmy's very, they shoot when they need to, when they have to, but they're both capable shooters. I mean, and Lynn, obviously, those are pretty deep threes. Did she hit one and miss one?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So, I mean, and you can see she has great lift, great rotation on her shot. So she's going to be a very good player. She's talented, but, she finished inside. I think Emma gave her a nice assist for a layup there, and she was just a good presence defensively. You know what I mean? She's a good, strong, and she rebounded the basketball. So we just need that defensive presence inside from our front court players.
She actually took three. One of three. One of three in the game. So,
okay.
Yes, she was feeling it. She was firing them out there. But your whole team was. And 10 made threes in the game, and you held Middle Tennessee to 2. And that was, I don't know, you probably can't read my handwriting very good, but when I wrote down the Abish retirement keys to the game, guard the 3, hit the 3.
You were spot on, Coach. Spot on, Coach Hall.
That's exactly what you did.
Well, it's good to be on the other side of that because they were 2 for 21. Last game we were 2 for 17. So it's good to turn that table. And again, we talk about it. No one's shooting to miss it, but those are things that we worked on. And obviously we're definitely working on defense. So it's good for the ladies to see that, feel that success. But the hard work pays off. And in this day and age, and this time, it's all about hard working and really locking in.
Quick turnaround Saturday afternoon against WKU, who got another win. They're kind of heating up here at the end of the season, trying to fight their way into the tournament. So you're going to have a hungry wolf coming in here.
Yeah, I mean, this time of year, everyone's, fighting for seeds, fighting to get into the tournament, fighting to stay into the tournament, fighting to move up a couple of notches in the standings. So, we're treating this like tournament play. We have 3 games left, 2 games left now. We treated today like a quarterfinals in Huntsville. Saturday we're going to treat that like a semifinals, and next Friday we're going to treat that like a championship, just to get that practice of that mentality, win and advance, lose and go home.
For my high school English teacher, Mrs. Epperson, I'm going to clean that up. It would have either been there's some hungry wolves coming in or a hungry wolf coming in, and I said something in the middle of the two.
Singular, plural.
Yeah, I messed that up pretty bad. So Miss Epperson will clean that up in post. Well, congratulations on the win. We'll see you Saturday afternoon and continue to keep it rolling.
Yeah, thanks, Jamie. Appreciate it.
That's head coach Alexis Sherrard as we get his thoughts here on the post-game show, and we'll wrap up the broadcast. Give you one last little peek here at the other scores. I know we've gotten to that point in the season where scoreboard watching is so important. Missouri State now at the beginning of the fourth quarter leads Florida International 53-26. New Mexico State, they're trying to fight their way into the tournament. They're up on Kennesaw State 41-33 with about 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. And early on in the game, Jack State leads UTEP 16-12. Earlier today, we mentioned Western Kentucky beat Delaware. So important to see what happens with UTEP and New Mexico State because they're trying to get into the tournament. And then also with that Jack State game, if UTEP got the win there, I don't know that it would absolutely secure this, but it would be getting very close to the Flames being locked into a top 6, which is important because then you'd play one less game in the tournament. You don't want to be, well, you definitely don't want to be 11 or 12 because you don't get to play in the tournament. But 7 to 10, you have to play an extra game. So you want to be in the top 6. You really want to be in the top 2, and that's not off the table at this point. Right now, there's a lot of teams with 10 wins with Missouri State. Well, assuming the games end the way that we expect today, Missouri State and FIU would have 10 wins, and Middle Tennessee and Sam Houston would have 9, but the Flames also have 9. So it's a logjam in the top 6 right now, and other than number 1, Louisiana Tech is going to be the number 1 seed. After that, who knows who's going to be 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. And we also don't really know who's going to be in the tournament. WKU's helping their cause. UTEP and New Mexico State are fighting. And Kennesaw State is trying not to fall back out of the tournament that they thought that they were pretty secure in until the last few games. And now they're really only a game to the good. So they've got a big one that they need to try to get with New Mexico State in town, and right now Kennesaw State is trailing that game by 8 nearing halftime. That's going to do it for us. Thanks to everybody for tuning in. I want to thank Trey back in the studio for his hard work. For those that were on YouTube with us, Facebook, I don't know if we've got any We ended a little quick, so I'm going to see if we got any more hellos to say. Donna says those flames are hot. You absolutely are right. Philip and Linda are also watching and listening in on Facebook. We appreciate them with their support over the course of the entire season. Daniel and Jake saying hi in the chat on YouTube. And anybody else on the Liberty Flames app or the Liberty Flames website. Also, one last tease if you want to check out this week's Liberty Women's Basketball show. It's on YouTube. Type in Liberty Flames on YouTube in the search, and you can watch the conversation with Ify Nwabi and Alexa Sherrard from yesterday. And if you want to watch some basketball, go to libertyflames.com and get your tickets. 2 games left to be played here in Liberty Arena. Lady Flames will play on Saturday against Western Kentucky, and then on Friday of next week they host Delaware. Middle Tennessee, they travel up to Delaware tomorrow to play on Saturday at 4 o'clock. So a 4 o'clock game for Middle Tennessee before they host FIU in Missouri State to finish out the year. Next week for the Lady Flames, they'll play a 2 o'clock game on Saturday here against Western Kentucky, and then a 7 p.m. Friday night game hosting Delaware. Well, one last time, the Lady Flames get a 65-37 win over Middle Tennessee. Until we talk on Saturday, this is Jamie Hall saying so long and God bless.
You've been listening to Liberty Lady Flames basketball and the Coca-Cola postgame locker room report from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services. This game has been brought to you in part by Abish Financial Services, the official financial advisor of Liberty Flames Athletics. Bojangles' famous chicken and biscuits. It's Bo time. Carillion Clinic, inspiring better health. Carter Bank, life lived full. By Coca-Cola, taste the feeling. Crossroads Family Dentistry. Destination Bedford. Centra Health. By 11 West. Foster Fuels, providing reliable service for 100 years. Frank Good Builders. By Freedom First Credit Union. Start banking for good with Freedom First today. Gentry Lock Attorneys. By The Good Feet Store. By Haley's Appliance and Outdoors. Liberty Lady Flames basketball has also been brought to you by Ironclad Coffee Roasters, craft roasted in Richmond, Virginia. Larry's Tire and Auto Repair, providing preventable maintenance, repair, and service at multiple locations and at larrystireservice.com. By the Liberty Bookstore, the official online store of Liberty Athletics. Lynchburg Nissan. By Peary Family Dentistry. Rogers Heating and Cooling, servicing Greater Lynchburg's HVAC and electrical needs. Segra, offering customized business technology solutions. Learn more at segra.com. By the United States Space Force. And by Thompson Brooks Insurance, planning today for tomorrow. The general manager of Van Wagner Sports and Entertainment is Justin Metzger. Liberty Flames Sports Network director is Alan York. Coordinating producers Nick Pierce, Kyle Sykes, and Victoria Carter. I'm staff announcer Jeff Lawrence, with a special thanks to Liberty University Athletics Director Ian McCaw, Senior Associate Athletics Director Robert Goodman, and Associate Strategic Director for Athletic Communications Paul Carmody. Also, follow Lady Flames basketball on social media at Liberty WBB on Instagram and X, formerly known as Twitter, and Liberty Women's Basketball on Facebook. Liberty Lady Flames basketball is an exclusive presentation from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services.